Welcome to the One Life, One Chance podcast. I'm your host, Toby Morse. And today's the first time ever doing a podcast this late. Late being 7 my time, 10 p.m. his time. But welcome to the podcast,
Yeah.
Chaka Malik, ladies and gentlemen.
Yo, yo, yo. What's up?
We've been
Super stoked, excited to be here.
yeah, we've been trying to do this for a very long time, but our schedules were not working. So now made it happen tonight. I'm very happy to have you here, Chaka. I know you for a very long time. I was trying to think today, like
Yeah.
what year it was when I met you. I don't know if it was when I moved there in '88, not too long after that, because I know that I don't know, because I seen some pictures around at like a burn show, maybe 89 or something at CB's, but I don't know when I initially met you the first time.
I met you. I think I met you before Burn started because I think I met you at a pyramid show. I did a stage dive and I think I landed on you and we ended up getting into like a little kind of scuffle and like
Oh shit! I
some
remember that shit.
yeah.
What show
And
was
like
that?
I don't know, but I think like somebody from either was like Sick of It All or like Gorilla Biscuit, somebody from one of those bands was like, "Come on, dude, you guys like you don't know each other?"
That is
That's
fucking.
the time. Yeah, right.
That was an underdog show. I don't know what show that was. Shit.
Was that Underdog? I don't think it was
I thought it
Underdog.
was a
It might have
pyramid show or something.
it was definitely the pyramid. 100%.
Fuck, man. All right. Well,
Yeah.
before we get into Chaka Malik, as we all know him, I want to get into a little bit of the life of Chaka Malik. So you were born in New York.
Yeah, I was born in Queens in the Woodside housing projects, which is attached to my high school that I went to, called William Cullen Bryant. Some other
Wow.
friends went there. Yeah.
And how was growing up for you? Like strict parents. I know I met your dad and shit, but like, do you have a
Yeah,
strict
honestly,
family?
like my parents were strict in some ways and not in others. Like, I mean, I was able to go to the city and get my records and do shit like that. But they were on my school. They were like definitely interested in what I was eating.
Mm.
So I had a kind of a leg up in it since that my parents were fucking with like wheat germ and shit like that and just like vegetarian slash pescatarian diets when I was a kid. So
Holy shit! So that's what got you into it, being raised
yeah,
like that.
I would say yeah. I mean, that definitely.
So, do you have brothers and sisters?
Yeah, I got three sisters and a brother.
And so, how was that growing up with them? Like, you guys tight?
Yeah, you know it's crazy and like I don't know if other people have this experience, but like I went through like cycles of being closer to like one sibling or something like that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like sometimes I'd be close to my brother, then other times I'd be closer. I think I was like the longest streak. I'll tell you guys a story. Like I'll tell you a story. Like the sister that's older than me by a couple of years. So like we were in like this nursery school,
Yeah.
and it was like right behind my building, right? You could see out of my kitchen window. You could see the nursery school. So like it was comfortable for me. But then like the time came for her to like go to the fives, like 5 years old. I was in the fours. We were both in the fours for a while.
Yeah.
And dude, I fucking cried and shit.
You were bugging
I
out.
cried and cried and cried. Yeah, and they were like, okay, like I remember they were like, okay, like we'll let you and her play outside. And there was like a boat, like a monkey bar, like type boat thing that we'd climb on. We spent the afternoon playing on that fucking boat.
Oh my god, that's amazing, man.
A little bitch. I was a little bitch.
So, but and so how were you in school? You got good grades. You were focused.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, honestly, I definitely. I mean, I liked books. I liked studying. I was in AP classes in high school.
Wow.
Um, I I think my major challenge was just interest at a certain point.
Yeah.
Um, I kind of just not lost interest, but I wasn't as interested when I started to develop, love for graffiti or punk or
Yeah.
other stuff.
So what came first for you, graffiti or the punk? Like, what was your exposure to both those?
Well, graffiti came first. I was fucking with graffiti. As I call it, attempting to write graffiti probably 84 or something,
Wow.
85. And I started really writing graffiti in probably 86, like bombing, like
Yeah.
going trains like that. I mean, 80 maybe 87, 86, 87.
And what would you write? What was your tag? What was your name?
Expo,
Expo.
Expo, XPO.
Yeah.
And then I had these variations, and my crew was RAR. Which at the time there was a certain kind of train called Ridgies. You've seen them; it looks like a kind of like ridged aluminum foil.
Okay.
Uh, And yeah, it was Rocking All Richies was the name of my crew. So
That's awesome. So how old were you then?
fuck, man, I was born in 71, so you know 15, 16.
Yeah, yeah, you're in the streets, and you were doing good in school, but you also writing graffiti.
Yeah, honestly,
You were
like doing good in
balancing.
school, it feels good to do good in school, man.
Yeah,
It just makes life at home easier.
for
You
sure.
know,
Yeah.
it's the move.
Were your parents religious too, or no?
No,
No
we didn't
religion.
grow up with any stuff like that. We
That's
just my
awesome.
my parents. There was like a book, and it was like, oh, check this out. If you like anything in here, fuck with it, kind of thing. It was like Religions of the World or something.
Wow. And then what
So
about
yeah,
sports? Because you're a very athletic kind of person. You've always been in shape and always had good energy. So did you play sports at all? Or no.
yeah, it's great. Like I used to fuck with jog. I had a class in middle school called jogging, right? I know that sounds ignorant, but
Jogging?
j- jogging, yeah,
Oh,
just like
oh, jogging.
as it
Okay,
sounds,
jogging. Okay.
jogging.
Yeah.
So like you fucking go out, and I'm like, I had a long day at work, so I'm just laying the fuck down. So hopefully I don't sound crazy.
That sound good. Go ahead.
They're like, yo, so what you fucking do is you just jog around the circle at your own pace, and
Huh.
like, yeah, just from doing that shit, like that shit, like I don't know if it opened my third eye or something, but it definitely like it brought me up a notch in my like mind of like in my understanding.
Yeah.
It gave me like another floor on my building.
Got you.
Just jogging. Yeah.
Yeah. Did you
And
start?
also,
Did you want to do
go
marathons
ahead.
and stuff like that, like cross
No,
country and
no,
stuff?
no, no. It was never really about the achievement. It was more about getting to a certain state.
Okay.
Kind of like you might do yoga, to achieve a feeling of bliss, but you're not doing it to get through the hatha forms necessarily. You know what I mean? Like you're doing
Yeah.
it. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Yeah. Totally.
So
So
yeah, so like I used to fuck around with that. And my dad used to like have these weights, and we'd like jab with these weights and shit like that. And so yeah, it was fun. I used to like shit like that.
but like no football, no baseball, none of that shit at school.
No, I honestly sanctioned sports. I was never good at sanctioned sports.
Gotcha.
But like project sports, wiffle ball,
Handball.
ring alivio. We didn't fuck with. I didn't see. We didn't live like near the handball court.
Okay.
So the motherfuckers that were like enthusiastic or like lived near the handball court were good.
Yeah.
Like that wasn't honestly like I thought it was a ridiculous game. It just seems silly to me.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's a staple, a neighborhood staple, but I like wiffle ball. Where you tape up the wiffle ball and like you leave some of the holes exposed, so you can still throw curves but you can also hit it far,
That's awesome. Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
So that was the shit. And like in the projects, it's kind of laid out in a way so like you have these like lanes like where people walk and maybe like 200 feet, and you try to drive the ball down that lane, and so it like goes into the next set of buildings, like the,
Mm-hmm.
the the grass courtyard, and there's like other like fences around the building. You try to like you kind of use the urban environment the way a player might use the green monster to hit a double off the green monster or something like that,
Yeah.
or an
Yeah.
extra
Yeah.
base hit.
I
um
love that.
so yeah, it's fun shit. It's fun shit. What kind of games you play when you grew up?
I played little league baseball a little bit. I think my mom had me on one of those teams. Um, I think that's about it, man. That's all I can remember is some little league baseball, but I really didn't like it.
Yo, my mother took me to Little League, yo. Well,
Yeah.
my fucking word up. We went twice. So I didn't get a hit. I didn't get a hit the fucking whole first time. So the next time I got a hit, right? And then I'm running, 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 and I forget to touch the fucking base, and I get thrown out.
Oh
And we,
shit.
we get back on the bus, and I'm like, Mom, we're not coming back here. I'm not coming back.
Oh man, it's fucking
It
awesome
was,
though.
it
What
was, yeah, it was funny.
what were those projects? Were the projects rough you grew up in or no?
I mean, I grew up in I think a pretty decent projects. I think
Yeah.
everything's gotten, I don't know if everything's gotten worse. That sounds really weird to say.
Yeah.
I mean, I think any environment. Actually, I'm not going to say that. Woodside projects definitely not the worst projects, but people know what Woodside projects is. It's not.
Yeah.
It's definitely not something that people don't know about.
Yeah.
I hear people mentioning Woodside projects to this day. So,
Wow.
but yeah, but I avoided a lot of the drama. I got into punk.
Yes. How'd that happen? Like, how'd that happen for you?
Yeah, I was watching my little sister, and I used to fuck around and watch this show called The Edge of Night,
Okay.
which was like a soap opera.
The Edge
And
of
it came
Night.
on like 4:30. Say
Okay.
again?
Okay. The Edge of Night. I'm thinking about it. I'm
The
looking
Edge of
into it.
Night.
Yeah.
Yeah, yo, it was crazy. And like I'm watching The Edge of Night, and like I'm watching my little sister, and she's like bugging out in the kitchen doing. I'm like, "What are you doing in there?" So I just hear, I'm like, "Fuck." So I call out to her. I go in there, and she's got like oven cleaner. She sprayed it on her face and her eye.
Oh shit.
I'm like, "Fuck." So I call my mother. My mother, I don't know how my mother held her tongue. She's just like, "Get it to the fucking station now, right?" Get to the. She doesn't talk like that. So we
Yeah.
get to the station. We go into like the kind of like pediatrician or whatever,
Yeah.
and like I beg her thingy of the time, and she begrudgingly gave it to me, and I rolling, and I was just like, I didn't want to hear hip hop, I didn't want to hear shit I knew. I want to hear something. I just needed something different,
Mm-hmm.
and I came across the new afternoon show
Okay.
on NYU, and they were playing they played Minor Threat Salad Days amongst other things.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and then I heard a commercial for Spermicide Show, Crucial Chaos,
Yep.
Johnny Stiff. That
Yep.
was like definitely like my favorite radio show ever, from a punk standpoint.
Yeah.
And then I just decided to go to some records and started going to shows, and you know,
Is it true that you brought?
kind of snowballed.
Is it true you brought Isaac to his first show?
I think it's I maybe via Sasha.
Yeah, Sasha Jenkins.
I think that's how that happened. But I honestly don't remember.
Yeah.
That was like that time is
That's definitely
I
a
don't
story
I
that
don't
I've
really
heard
look at it
many
like that.
times. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I don't really look at shit. I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe he remembers
You know,
that. Like maybe he remembers it. Yeah, you know. Yeah.
I mean, I'm trying to think of like I can't even like recall. I'm trying to think of my first show. Um, I don't even know.
Yeah.
I
You
don't even. Yeah. Go ahead.
you were a skater too, right? You skateboarded back then too.
Yeah, fuck yeah, it was me. Team Stage Dive Skate with myself, Sasha Jenkins, Geo from Supreme,
Sick.
Chris Keefe from Dave's Quality Meats, Geo. I think I mentioned Geo. Spiro is what I meant to say. Who was this really kind of skinny Greek kid who had a really great style.
What's the team called?
Um, Team Stage Dive.
Team Stage Dive. That's sick.
Yo, dude, have you seen the logo? The logo is ill. It's a dude doing like a backflip kind of thing,
Oh shit, I want to
just
see
fucking
it.
laid out. Yeah, it's crazy. I think if you type it in, you might find it.
Team Stage. That's a great name, man.
Yeah, dude, it's fucking killer.
So this, so
Free
the,
five.
so the,
Go ahead.
we're gonna. So I was gonna say. So the skateboarding and the punk rock all kind of came together around the same time.
Sasha got me into skateboarding.
Yeah.
I was into punk. I got him into punk, and he got me into skateboarding.
It's awesome.
Yeah, there's a crazy story. I've mentioned this before, but like, so we went to Bryan High School. Isaac went to that high school as well. Sasha, Astoria Lou. Who else? It's like we had some heads in that school. It was really cool.
Yeah.
So one day, like I walk into this like class, and I'm like, oh shit, where's Mrs. McGillicuddy or whatever? And it's like the substitute dude, right?
Yeah.
And he starts talking. And he sees like I maybe had a Bad Brains shirt on or something like that. Like this was like the quickness era.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he's like, oh, Bad Brains, I know them. And I was like, yeah, okay, like whatever, dude. He's like, no, he's like, I produced Pay to Come. I'm Jimmy Quid.
Holy
I'm like,
shit.
all right, if you're Jimmy Quid, bring in Pay to Come. I'll give you $20 tomorrow. And we're talking $20 in whatever it was, late 80s. Like,
Yeah, it's a lot
that
of
shit
money.
was
Yeah.
for a kid in high school. Like, lo and behold, this motherfucker comes in with a record.
Holy shit.
This nigga was Jimmy Quid.
That's amazing. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
How crazy is that?
Wow.
And then we had another dude. I had a math teacher who taught applied mathematics, and he could teach college level algebra or some shit.
Yeah.
His name is Mr. Jackson. I believe his 5% name was Stephen X.
Okay.
And he was like down hard for Public Enemy.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Terminator
Our
X.
our gym teacher, Mr. Dryer.
Yeah.
We're sitting at Madison Square Garden. Oh shit, there's Mr. Dryer. Yeah. Oh yeah, he does security for Wu-Tang Clan.
No way, man.
Yeah.
Holy shit. What kind of school is this, man? It's crazy.
I know, right? That shit. Honestly, Bryant was crazy, yo. Bryant was fucking crazy.
So,
Um,
so when you get, so you got in the hardcore and the punk and all that while you're in school. So, what is your goals when you get out of school at that point? Like, what is your major? Like, what do you want to do?
yeah, that's a good point. I think this is something that if I had to do it again, maybe I might change in some way. I didn't. My plan at the time as an adolescent was just to get out of my parents' house.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? So I had a job at Prana Foods, PRANA
Yeah,
Foods.
you used to hook
in
us
the
up. Thank you,
village.
man. We used to go like, and that was a health food store. We used to get laced up in there. Thank you, man. It was awesome. You and Mark used to
Dude,
work there.
dude, so amazing, dude. John would come in, everybody come in. You'd
Dude.
come and hang out, dude. I remember you coming in summertime. We talk all the time in the summertime by the fridge and shit. Um,
How many years you worked there for?
I worked there 5 years, yo.
Yeah, so Prana was
Like
on Lower
80.
East Side. It was like one
Yeah.
of the first fucking like health food stores, man.
And you know what, man? And that was when it wasn't easy to do any of this shit. It wasn't easy to source the products.
Nope.
It wasn't easy to be vegetarian or be vegan or be some weird diet. Like
Yep.
that shit was work. I mean, we still joke around about some of the people that would come in that were like on these kind of at the time super restrictive diets. Like in '89 when I worked there, like veganism. I mean, that's fucking restrictive as fucking '89. Let's be real here.
100%.
You know, so people will come in, and the kind of people usually that are early adopters of that are people that micromanage a lot of things, micromanage certain things in their life.
Yes.
And they would have personalities. And we used to love.
Used to love them characters.
Say again?
Used to love those kind of characters that came in there.
Oh, dude. I mean, and then you get like, the thing about I love about retail is you get to actually interact with people. And,
Yeah.
and people always say people are suck or people are shit. I love people, man. So like there was one day it was like Alan Cage from Quicksand and Be Burn, whatever bands he's in. So he's working, right? He's like stocking the fucking we went through a fuck ton of apple butter. This company Kimes makes apple butter. We used to sell like 3-4 cases a day. So
Okay.
he's stocking the apple butter. And I had like it was like the just before Orange 9 when I had like 3 locks coming down from the side and the rest of my head was shaved bald.
Yep.
And that shit basically happened because my sister started locking my hair at a family gathering. I was like, fuck it, just leave that shit.
Wow.
So anyway, like I'm walking around doing my shit in Prana, and I hear this old lady. She's like, "Hey, fancy haircut." I'm like what? She's like, "Hey, fancy haircut." At first she was talking to me. So Alan calls me fancy haircut for the next 6 months.
Oh
Hey,
shit.
fancy haircut. You just shit like that. You know what I mean? Just like people, like
Yeah.
you know, just bugging.
Real New Yorkers too, like native New Yorkers too, like
Dude, on the Lower East Side too.
yeah.
You know, so I mean, it was definitely dope, and you would see all kind of people like, what's that? There's like a big yoga studio out here now, and like before they got big, now I'm fucking forgetting it. Like they would be in there all the time, and now they're like icons of yoga. They're like
Wow.
gods and goddesses of yoga.
That's amazing, man.
And just there were so many people. Who's homegirl that if God was one of us? Who's that?
Sheryl Crow? No.
Is that Sheryl Crow?
What if God was one of us, strangers like one of us?
There's another
Trying
woman
to make
that
it.
like used
She's
to
on
come
those
in there,
dog.
like,
She's on the dog commercials. We can save this dog. Oh, what the hell's her name?
I don't know. Maybe it's not Sheryl Crow, but like
McLaughlin. Sarah McLaughlin. No.
is it Sarah McLachlan?
Shit, man.
Yeah,
I
but
don't
yo,
know.
so this was like a New York singer songwriter. She was in there. She was in there all the time.
Yeah.
Trying to think who. I mean that spot. That was definitely like there's like hotbeds in time, and that spot definitely reflected a hotbed in time where
Yeah.
so many artists, and that was a time when like all these like companies were new. Like a lot of these companies that you see today, like life was it Lifetime or Lifeline or whatever that makes the tofu and all the shit.
Yeah.
Like, all these companies were fucking small.
No Whole Foods either back then.
Say again?
No Whole Foods either, man. Was there? I don't think so, man. Oh,
I
thanks.
think there was Whole Foods. I think it was like a one. I think there was Integral Yoga out here,
Oh, that's right.
which was another great shop. Then later in life, commodities popped up.
That's right.
Um,
Second
but
Avenue.
I'm gonna say Bruce Raddick. I gotta shout his name out
Okay.
because this dude owned Prana, and he was a fucking visionary, dude. Because that opened up so many lanes for so many people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Think about the hardcore scene was incredibly positively impacted by that place.
I would 100% agree. For
The
sure.
discounts, the knowledge, the act, all of it.
Yeah. I think you were working
You
there.
know,
Mark was working there. Alan was working there.
me,
Like,
Mark, Alan, Peter, John Crickson worked with us for a while. Um,
I know John
fuck,
Joseph was up
who
in that.
else?
John Joseph was up in that shit always for
It
sure.
was like he worked in there.
Yeah, because he's a neighborhood guy, man. That's like his hood, man. It's like he's definitely in
I'll
there.
tell you a funny
He's
story.
the best, dude.
Yeah, so check it out. So John, obviously, he's been doing this bike thing for a minute, right?
Yeah, man.
So he comes in with one of his expensive S bikes, and he's shopping. It's a regular, 6 o'clock at night kind of thing. And then we hear Bruce yell, "John, somebody took your bike." So John like
Oh
runs out the
shit.
store with like and whips off his what's that bike lock that goes around your neck and it's like got like a mesh around it?
I know exactly what you're talking about. I just know what it's called.
I
But
forgot what it's
I
called.
can see it right
So
now. But
he has that. He takes it off, right? He runs outside. And Bruce like runs out. He's like, Bruce like, "Oh my God, what are you doing? Stop it! Stop it! Stop it!" And then John comes back in with his bike in one hand and the lock another, and he says he'll never steal another bike again.
he's the fucking best. That's a total John Joseph story, man. Holy shit. And the dude probably is like, "Oh my God, John, you're gonna kill somebody. Be careful."
Yeah, Bruce was bugging. Bruce was like, "What are you doing? Stop it!"
Damn, man. Dude, John's fucking the best, dude. That's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
What about your skateboard skills? Like, did you have a favorite trick?
I was just kind of more. I was brutish, and I was good in my brutality with skating. I was more about like jumping some stairs, like big
Yeah,
ollies, fast ollies, high speed shit.
yeah,
Um, I definitely was not a finesse dude. I was definitely not the best dude in my crew by any stretch.
yeah. He's loved it though.
Like I still don't think I can land a kickflip. But what I was able to do, and I could hopefully probably still do that, is like one day, like this is like 2005 or something like that. We were walking by Niagara and somebody had a skateboard. They were like, "Chaka, you used to skate. Ollie that fire hydrant." And I was like, "Dude, I have boots on."
Oh shit.
And I was like, "You know what? Fuck it." And I fucking literally ollied that shit. Even to my own
Damn,
surprise. Yeah, I
that's
ollied that shit in
sick.
boots. Yeah, it's
That's
sick.
amazing. In the 2000s too. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, but I could never land a kickflip. I maybe have landed one kickflip in my life, or maybe
Yeah.
two, maybe 10, possibly. But like that's not my shit. I'm not. We used to call those tech tricks.
Mm.
Remember that?
Yeah.
That's not even that can't even be a phrase anymore. Everything's a
No,
tech
it's
trick
not.
now.
Yeah, everything's tech. Yeah, totally. Did you have a favorite board or like company you fucked with, like Powell or anything like that, or
Dude,
Dogtown?
That Vallely
Mike
board was
Vallely.
dope with the
Damn.
elephant on it.
Yeah, it's classic.
And honestly, yeah, I was good on power. I had gotten the Caballero, the Bonite one,
Okay.
the first, and that shit broke quick.
Damn.
And I sent it back. I was like, "Powell, come on, dude, I'm fucking a kid. Like I paid whatever it was,
It's just
$40
expensive.
for
Yeah, it's
this."
expensive back. Yeah.
And they sent me another one.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's fucking awesome. Yeah, I remember the Brooklyn Banks and shit. That was sick.
Yeah, like like I was definitely not a vert person. Like I wasn't skating that rail. Um I was more just like, me and 10 people,
Yeah.
just skating fast, just ollieing shit, bugging out, and just wilding.
Yeah.
Kind of more like a wild band than skilled skaters.
Did you did you skate with Sean Sheff? You remember him from Shut Skates? Did you know those guys?
I more knew them as a kind of like a kind of a scene a scene adjacent kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
definitely like. I was down with that dude Thor,
yeah.
who
Okay.
used to work at Soho Zat.
Yeah, yeah, I know so was that too.
But yeah, like the skate thing, I was pretty. I had my people, obviously, much love to Harold,
Harold Hunter, yeah, for sure.
much love, respect. I love that. We used to have so much fun, man.
Hanging with him, right? Yeah,
At night, we usually, it was more, that wasn't really skating. We were like
yeah.
hanging out at night, having fun.
We used to have the
Um,
clubs and shit for sure. Sheets and pillows, all that shit.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um, but yeah, the skating thing was more about going fast and just kind of wilding and just the thunderous sound of like eight motherfuckers with fucking,
That's sick.
95 A's on fucking concrete.
I love that.
You know what I mean?
95 A's, yes. I know exactly what you're talking about. And how about Supreme? Supreme was just like it was just like a skate shop, dude. On Lafayette. It was just a
Yeah.
skate shop before. It's crazy how big that is, man. It's amazing, man. It's pretty
And
wild.
I don't even, how do you explain something like that? I mean, obviously great designs and stuff like that.
Yeah. But
You
just like
know,
just go ahead.
I was gonna say shouts to Alyasha who like did a lot of design work for like DC and how he did Alpha America and other shit. I love what he did. He brought a nice quality to the skate shoe,
Mm-hmm.
which I really like. That DC look, I love that DC look.
Yeah.
Definitely Ali, a big part of that. Um, I feel like I want to get some DCs again.
Yeah, I mean they're coming back. They're back too, man. I think there's like a whole
Are
like
they?
yeah, it's like a whole
Is there a
thing.
wave now?
There's a wave. Yeah, they're bringing back a lot of those shoes, man, for sure. They are, man. I'll find out
Yeah,
about it. I'll look into it for you for
yeah.
sure.
Find out. I'm feeling like a pair of like blue on white DC joints, mostly white,
Yeah, the DCs. I
or the
th-
camo joints. Go
oh,
ahead.
oh yeah, yeah. So let's get into Burn, which a band that I really fucking love. I have lyrics tattooed
Oh,
on me.
much love. Yeah.
How old were you when that band started, and how did that start? Did you want to be a singer? Did you want to be a hardcore singer? Like, how did that happen for you?
That's a good question. Burn started in '80. I thought it was '89. I think Rory said it was '88. My friend Rory,
Yeah, I saw that too. It was '88.
who did all those Amnesty shows.
Yep, Roy Krevlin, what up?
So
Yep.
yeah, dude, love. That's my sister right there. So I guess I was 17, 18. It's I guess started more because I think a combination of Absolution coming to an end
That's right.
and I was kind of like starting to get kind of known as a kind of a dancer person or
Yeah,
something.
let's bring it back to that. Yeah, Chaka's always had like an ill dance style. It was more spiritual, I think, than violent. It wasn't. It may look rougher than it really was, but you had like a whole.
Right.
You had a swag, and you always had like the dope gear on, and you had the swag, and you might be
Much
you
love.
might be moshing like some fly shit that you wouldn't really be wearing at a show. And then obviously, yeah, Absolution was a great fucking band. I'm sure you loved
Fuck
Absolution.
yes.
Were they're a big inspiration for you for Burn?
I mean, honestly, I was copying a lot of my favorite singers. Then were Gingy,
Gingy.
obviously John Joseph,
Yeah.
huge influence. Sophia from Crucifix.
Mm. I like
Yeah,
that. That's
I
cool.
love, dude, it's hard. Um, and those were kind of the primary resonances that I kind of vibed with
Some Bad Brains
from an
too.
inspiration.
Yeah.
Bad Brains not necessarily because I can't do that.
Yeah. Okay. I got you.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
so I just leave that with HR.
Got
I
you.
can't do that.
Respect. That's cool.
Um, but I feel like the John thing, like I feel like that's a lane that I get that lane. Like
Yeah.
I feel,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like I can't do John either,
Yeah.
but it's John is more in my lane than an HR of the world.
So you were being known as like the guy that, like the dancing kid, like the dude with the dreads and the.
And that was before the
It
dreads.
was,
I
but
think
you
I
had,
just
yeah, but
I had a high
high
top
top.
fade.
You had a high top fade. Yes. You just a guy who came to shows and danced. You know what I mean? Like, and just went off to the bands, and people saw that you stood out in the crowd. I guess you know.
Yeah, and honestly, it was spiritual to me.
Yeah.
Um, it was very spiritual
You
to
wanted
me.
some tough guy, violent shit, but you just danced and went off, and you're fucking, yeah, he just went off passionately. I remember that shit.
Yeah,
Dude.
it,
Yeah,
it, it was those honestly those were fun fucking times. I just had a flashback to like being like on the left side of the crowd in CBs and just like spinning and just have that, like there's a speaker that's like facing you and there's this other
Yep.
column kind of like against the wall, and just thought about just like the heat and just like people kind of looking at the pit and at the band at the same time, kind of. I
Yeah.
just had like a weird. I was just immersed in that shit.
Yeah, you were, man. So you loved you were full on hardcore kid. You loved it. You loved going to shows. You loved
Oh, you
the
kidding me, dude? I
energy,
was
all
going to
that
shows
stuff.
by myself. I was
Yeah.
going by myself. So it wasn't like some peer pressure. She's like, "Oh yeah, my boys are going to the show. I'm gonna tag along
Mm-hmm.
and have a beer." It's like, no, like this is mom. I'm going to the show, or dad, I'm going to the show, and then explaining away the ripped T-shirt and the fat lip when you get home, and
Yeah, what was that like?
you
What
know.
did your parents, were they worried about you? Like, what the fuck, you go into this place and you're doing all this crazy dancing and this crazy music?
Well, I mean, kind of yes and kind of no, because I think they may maybe even seen it as potentially safer than me hanging out in the projects. So
Mm,
in that sense, they kind of didn't. I didn't get a lot of pushback.
yeah,
I never got any pushback on the music or the culture. Like
yeah,
my dad has rock records in his collection, and I had been into rock, quote unquote, before I was in punk.
yeah.
So it wasn't really like this weird thing, like what was that white boy shit? Like nothing. My house is not like
Mm-hmm.
that. A little more open than a lot more open than I was joking. I said a little more open.
Yeah,
So the punk thing was really more kind of like my lane, and my dad, like my dad was, he's alive, and he's not really shooting that much anymore. Because if he's around, he understands. He sees the icons, Black Fleet. He has an idea as to what it represents, and
yeah.
one of his good friends has a son who had taken on a punk moniker like in the late '70s.
Oh shit.
So there was yeah there's a real awareness of kind of punk, and I guess from my dad's side,
Yeah,
and he videotaped a lot of shit, like a lot of those CD shows you see, like it's my dad, like the good ones that are close up and good quality,
yeah. I remember
like
seeing your
my
dad at the
dad shot
shows.
those.
I know your dad was awesome. He's at the shows. I remember, man.
Yeah,
Fully
yeah,
supporting, man. It was awesome, man.
fuck yeah, he took the picture, the masks on the back of the Burn record.
Oh shit.
That's his image.
It's awesome.
um yeah, so my dad's been integral part of my kind of musical thing.
Yeah. So what do you remember him? Remember what it was like for him the first time he saw you perform, or a bunch of CBs or something? He must have been like, "Holy shit!"
You know what? I never really got out of him anything beyond anything that really showed any kind of amazement or
Mm,
wonderment. He never gave that up.
okay.
Um, but I know he must have felt it because I felt it.
Yeah.
You know,
And what do you think it was? What do you think it was that got you? What connected you so much to it? You think at that age, and figuring out for yourself and finding out about this music and going to shows by yourself. What do you think that was your made you want to be a part of that?
that's a really good question, Joe. I think part of it, the scene became. I think for a lot of people, the scene became my big brother, whether I knew it or
Totally,
not.
totally.
Um, and so that was a big part of it.
Because
And not even. Go ahead.
I was thinking some people come from like unsupportive families and broken families and fucked up families and one single parents and and you had a good support system. You had a good family. Your dad was very supportive, and so it wasn't you like fuck my parents. I'm gonna go here and be accepted here. For you, I feel like you was connected to the energy. You just love the music. You love the culture. You love what it represented. And I think that's what I'm getting from you. That wasn't like I'm trying to escape my home life.
Right. I mean, honestly, there was definitely some drama between me and my dad, the way there needs to be between, I think, a father and son, because that's how the son is able to grow those teeth, and that's how
Yeah.
the father is able to realize, okay, now I need to step into a wisdom phase of parenting.
True.
Right.
True. Yes. Yeah.
Um, so that was definitely happening as well. But yeah,
Yeah, I mean, so how soon? So how old were you when Burn started? So that was like 88,
17, 18 type
17.
shit.
Yeah, and so had you been singing before that or writing lyrics before that, leading up to any of this stuff, or just?
I had led a gospel trio.
Oh wow!
No, no, I'm joking, D.
You're fucking, you're fucking
I mean,
wild.
I enjoy gospel music, but I hadn't been fucking singing, man. I was actually programming beats. Like my dad
Oh,
had bought the apartment a drum machine, a Korg DDD-1 drum machine, and a Casio CZ3000 synthesizer.
wow.
Yeah, so I was on some fucking Beat Street shit
So
in the
you
crib. Like I, go ahead.
so you into hip hop?
This is hip hop for me. My uncle came over with, it was Kwanzaa. He came over with this record. And he was playing it, rock to the planet rock. I was like,
Mm.
I love this record. I love this record. And I was like, I'm keeping this record. And he was like, what? I said, I'm keeping this record. And he said, okay, you can have it. Thank you. Like dude, I was bugging. I
Damn.
literally said, I'm keeping this. Like, you know that thing you do when you're a kid and you just like, and you're holding it and you kind of you're staring
Yeah.
through any objection.
Yeah.
And then the other time was like, I remember listening to the radio and it was like, 2 years ago, a friend of mine asked me to say something. I was like, holy shit. I was like, Mom, I need to go to Steinway Street. That day,
Wow.
I heard that record. That it must have been within the first few days of that record coming out. It was like in the afternoon. I would never. It was like she was like, "Why?" I heard a record. I have to go buy it. Please let me go buy it.
Damn.
Sucker MCs.
So sick.
So I mean, I was like third. I was a kid. I mean, I was going into the city and buying records when I was 13,
That's
buying
amazing,
like
man.
records to like hit like to spin back and shit like that.
Yeah.
But I remember those two records like I needed to have
Yeah.
immediately.
Yeah, those are sick
Like,
records.
yeah, I can't even think of like doing that today, like to somebody. I'm keeping this.
Yeah, I'm keeping
You
this.
know, like when you almost freeze your awareness and you're kind of like a dog playing dead or something like that.
Yeah. But you were serious about it too, so that's like
Dead serious.
damn. So you hooked on the hip hop, you started making some beats.
I started making some beats, yeah. And oddly, I feel like half the shit I do today still doesn't sound like it, obviously, because hopefully you develop,
Yeah.
but it's still kind of reminiscent,
Yeah.
in some sense of the
Yeah.
shit I was fucking with.
Yeah, yeah. So the first Burn show, do you remember what the first Burn show was and where?
Yeah, I absolutely do. So I remember shout outs to Sick of It All. Um, Sick of It All was playing, it was Sick of It All headlining CBs. And they were like, all right, we're going to let you guys play 3 songs right before. So you're going to go on our gear, play 3 songs, and then we're going to jump on.
Oh
Right, cool.
shit.
Yeah, so we played 3 songs. I remember I have a video somewhere like Sasha was like, yo, I'm going to stage dive. And he had like a Yankee, like a one of those satin Yankee jackets, like a
Yeah, I
Yankee
remember.
bomber.
Yeah.
And I just remember him like going, he jumps onto like that slanted corner of the stage on the stage left.
Yep.
He jumps on that and just jumps off real quick. I remember I think I had that like animal bird shoot shirt on, and I had cut my hand the night before. Because Toby, I was so fucking excited for this show. I was like bugging, and I was like, I mean, if you didn't do this, I don't know if you're hardcore, but I was doing flips onto my bed.
I did that shit too.
If you don't do that, I don't know if you're hardcore. Just keeping it honey with
You were
everybody
practicing
right
in your
now.
room and shit. That's amazing, man.
And I don't know if it was practicing. It was just like,
You're getting hyped.
yeah. And I remember, I like I had like what's that called? The box spring sits on like the frame,
Oh
and
yeah,
I
yeah,
sliced
yeah.
my hand. I sliced my hand on the frame of the bed.
Oh
So
shit.
that's why in that video you see me like with like a soft cast looking thing on, because I cut my
Damn.
hand open.
From bed moshing. Sick.
Dead stage dive.
Bed stage
Yeah,
diving.
big deal. There was another time like it was like a blizzard in New York, and like right outside of Toronto, like they had piled up this pile of snow that was like maybe 3.5 feet high, 4 feet high maybe.
Yeah.
And I remember like, so it was myself, Norm from Texas is the Reason, Mark Ryan, somebody else was there, and so like we would hum mosh parts,
Yeah.
and then people would stage dive.
Hum mosh parts outside. It's
Dude,
fucking,
it was amazing.
holy
Right
shit.
on First Avenue, right on fucking First Avenue, just acting the fool.
That is amazing. So,
Yeah, it was fun, fun as fuck.
do you remember what Burn songs you played that night?
Um,
Did you have a lot of songs or no?
I probably at a time. I like that time. That time, a lot of the shit sounded very haunted in a good way.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah.
a lot of the haunted fast stuff we played, whatever that would have been.
Yeah. So how soon after that did you put the 7-inch out, Revelation, like how many shows you played? You guys created a buzz. Like what was the vibe on those 3 songs at the Sick of It All show? People liked
You know,
it.
dude. It was dude. It was fucking. It was. It was like when you have 15 niggas like in a circle with like torches and shit, and there's niggas fighting in the middle, and like somebody in like some fucking like 2 big fat dudes like beating conga drums on like out on either side. It was like that.
Oh shit.
It was like a video game.
So wonderful, great. That's awesome.
Dude, because for the simple fact that the music does have a spiritual piece to it that does
Yes.
allow you to kind of key into some of the primal, to safely key into some of the primal stuff.
Yes.
Because I mean that's a fear. One of my fears is getting too upset. You know what I mean? Because I I don't like the word trigger,
Yeah.
but sometimes when you get too open, then like you flip.
Got
You know
you.
what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think that the burn stuff gives people an opportunity to really ride some of that line
Mm-hmm.
a bit, without feeling. I mean, to ride that line, and there's other bands that do it,
Yeah.
you know. But that I guess that's without thinking. I don't think we were trying to do that,
No, but there is
but I think that's what
there is
we're.
like a warrior vibe to, like that music had some. It did have something that was really different, and you can feel it. And
Yeah, the warrior vibe is really. I mean, and that's what I love about the when I said the haunted fast stuff, because it just
mm-hmm.
sounds like not everyone's getting out of here alive.
Yeah, and some
You
of the
know,
breakdowns in those parts were just fucking really really heavy,
dude,
man.
Gavin's
Like
breakdowns are crazy. And Alan's a drumming. Alex,
yeah,
yeah, and Alex. I mean, Alex is a wonderful player. Very, very melodic and harmonic with
yeah,
how he brought it.
yeah. So
And did
go
go ahead.
ahead. What I was going to say, like
I
so.
was gonna say he didn't. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was gonna say he didn't rely on a lot of low end, and I fucking stress that shit
Yeah,
because like you hear like a lot of rap songs today has that 808. I mean, nigga, I can make anything sound good with an 808. Like, not that, and there's a lot of great songs out there. But when you can make a song that sounds great and you're not relying on that, like Alex didn't have a lot of low end in the sound. Also, like Sergio, like people think, oh, Sergio's sound is so. I mean, there's a lot of low end in it, but there's also a lot of mid range in it, so you can hear the low end.
mm,
You know,
yeah,
so you gotta know how to fucking flip that shit. And Alex was really good at like getting having his bass be in the right space
yes,
in the sound in the song. Like there's not Alex never pushed a fuck ton of low end. It's just not there. He
gotcha.
actually sounds like a jazz bass player. And he plays like this nigga looks like a jazz bass player. Look at him, he's got cocky. This
Yeah,
motherfucker had cockies and a turtleneck and like a thin belt.
yeah, he did actually. I remember that. He did have a
And
style.
honestly, he
Yeah,
rocked the fuck out of that shit. And just stood in one place.
he did.
And he rocked that shit. Honestly, like he's an incredible bass player.
Um, is he in California now?
Last I heard,
Okay, yeah, I've
he's
seen.
actually he's the only person from hardcore aside from Sasha that's ever been at my parents' house where I
Oh
grew up.
wow, holy shit.
Like this motherfucker called like I mean this is like payphone days.
Yeah,
Ring ring. I'm like hello. He's like hey it's Alex. I'm like yo what's good? What do you, I'm like yeah what's up man? Like this is like when we had first met. Like
yeah,
I was living at my parents' house.
yeah.
He's like yo I'm in your neighborhood. I'm like what? He's like I'm in your neighborhood. I was like where? And he described it. He's like okay that's like 10 blocks away. Okay like okay fuck come by. You know. So this motherfucker rings the buzzer, comes upstairs, and we're sitting like in my living room, like, and it's like we started talking like around 6 o'clock, and like when you're having a conversation and the sun sets and like you were using the ambient lighting to light the room, and so the other room has no lights in it, but maybe you've been talking, so you're not really caring about the lights
Yeah,
dimmed.
yeah, 100%.
So that happened, and just as soon as it got like to the point where it was like clearly dark in the apartment, my father comes in. Like he opens the door, I'm like, oh shit, because like we never had people over.
Yeah.
So he comes in, and I'm like, oh hey dad, this is my friend Alex. He was in the neighborhood. He just stopped by to say hello. And my dad says, hi Alex. And just walks and went into the back, which was incredible because like I mean, having unannounced people over was a no no.
So that was against the rules in your house, or this something didn't happen usually?
It was against the rules. And
Okay.
honestly, like not in the I mean, there were white people from like in my building, but like no random like white friends from school had ever been or anywhere had ever been
Wow.
in my apartment.
Wow. That's great. That's
Um,
interesting. That's cool.
yeah. But it was crazy. Like I just remember like thinking about how crazy this must look because there was one chair that was like in a corner, right? And so Alex is sitting in that chair. It's like and it had like kind of a high back and kind of like the flouted kind of sides or flute, like a flute, that kind of like a like
Yeah.
glass that kind of opens up. And so it kind of looks ornate. And he's like sitting there in his chair, and like I'm sitting on the couch, and the door opens, like, and this beam of light comes in from the hallway.
A beam of light.
It's like a fucking. It looked like a fucking horror movie, dude. Like thinking back on it, that's why I was like, oh my god. I was like, I'm fucking getting my ass kicked today. But he didn't mention it.
Yeah, that's cool.
He never mentioned it. Yeah, it was weird. I was totally surprised.
Um, so Alex, how'd you meet Alex in the first place?
I think an ad in the paper, if I'm honest,
Wow.
or maybe hardcore. You know what? No, it wasn't ad. No, there's an ad in the paper story. We met through in hardcore.
Yeah. Okay.
And we met at shows.
Yeah.
But then we were looking for a guitar player, and we met this dude. He seemed nice enough. This motherfucker, he lived like right off Fifth Avenue, like in some like fancy schmancy apartment.
Yeah.
And then he's like, "Yeah, come in my room." And like we went to his room. We sit down, and then like we look up, and there's like a rebel flag like
What?
above his bed.
In fucking
Like he
Manhattan?
like yeah. And
That's
honestly, I mean,
crazy.
it's complicated with the whole rebel flag situation or whatever. But I was just like, you know what? Like this he's like 15. Like what is he like?
Hmm.
We gotta go. So we broke out.
That's crazy to think about that. Something like
Um,
that in Manhattan. That's fucking wild.
yeah, it was just like weird. I mean, it's weird.
Yeah.
It's weird. It was weird. I'm not saying he was racist, but it was just like we didn't wait to find out kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Totally.
Um,
Wow.
maybe we
So
should, yeah.
so after that Burn show, the 3 songs with Sick of It All, obviously the buzz. That's pre-internet. Now words is spreading. You guys killed it. It was a great show. How soon after
Right,
that, like, do you get? How did the 7-inch come out? What goes after that?
Fuck man. Damn, that's a good question. I think maybe it might have been a good year,
Oh wow.
year and a half or some shit. I think it was a minute. I think it was a
Okay.
minute.
So you guys started getting a bunch of
Maybe
shows.
yeah. We were playing. I mean, we were playing with Sick of It All a bunch.
A bunch of shows.
They really fucking helped us out.
Yeah, that's awesome. I
Um,
was probably with them then because I was like 89, 90 for sure. For sure.
yeah,
For sure. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, I think you're in some of the videos.
I'm sure. 'Cause we took
Um,
some shit. Unisound in Pennsylvania, like a bunch of
oh
those.
my god, dude, those shows are fucking crazy.
They were crazy. Dude, the airport music hall shows. Oh my God. Sketchy shit.
Oh, you seen the video, right?
I don't know if I haven't seen the video, but I heard about it because we had just been there with Sick. I was like, all the Nazis came out. That was gnarly, dude.
Yeah, dude, it was crazy. Because the funny shit is, so we roll up there, right? And here's whatever lovely afternoon in Pennsylvania. You know, the sun is shining. You know that pre-venue loading where everyone's kind of optimistic and you're kind of saying hello to people and
Yes.
and so like we're talking to some kind of skinhead people. They were just like skins outside. They were buying merch from us. They wanted to buy the merch right there.
Mm-hmm.
Hanging out. So then like I think I was a homegirl or somebody. I forgot who it was. They were like, yo, like, I feel like I've seen like 5 Screwdriver shirts and there's only like 50 people here yet. It was like, I mean, this is the doors open, like all the lights are on.
Yeah.
House lights are thrown on. So then like, damn, okay, Screwdriver, brutal attack, damn, white, wow.
Damn.
So by the time this shit, like, there was like 500 people there. It was probably 200 white power skinheads,
Holy
something like that.
shit.
And I just remember like, we were like warming up like we were going to battle and then like the back we were like stretching and like we had a couple of heads with us that like
Yeah.
I was studying at that time Goju-Ryu. Gavin was training. We had another head that was studying martial arts.
Mm-hmm.
So like we were just like, all right, yeah, let's rock, you know. So we get up there, we start playing, and like people are trying to come to the front and talk to us a little bit. Like huge bouncers, like fucking, like probably literally like 500-pound dude, like fucking like an egg.
Yeah,
And they would just come up there front. He would just like, what's that? Walk 'em, sock 'em, rock 'em, sock 'em,
I know
whack 'em,
exactly that
I'm trying to
game.
say guacamole and rock 'em, sock 'em
I
in the
know
same
exactly what
breath.
you're talking about.
And
Yes.
he would do that to each one of these people.
Holy
It was
shit.
it was almost like required like no effort. It was more about the hard part was the coordination of like him hitting the person directly in the center of the head. But,
Damn, man.
but it was almost like an afterthought. He was just like douche, douche, douche. You know, like, and then like at one point somebody like sprayed mace. Apparently there was a shotgun that was brandished.
Oh shit.
Um,
Were they talking
yeah,
shit to
there's
you? Or they yelling shit at you?
yeah, they were yelling all kinds of shit. At one
Damn.
point, yeah, there was I produced my penis at one point. It countered.
I heard about that. I heard about that. I heard that you're flexing. I heard that, man.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I guess it was. I was more just being like, "Yo, fuck you, man." You know what I mean? Like,
I
but yo,
know.
I mean,
I heard about that
it was
shit.
it was crazy,
That
and
was
like, yo, so
pre-internet
we're
too.
way
Fuck.
for you. So the icing on the cake was kind of like, and I guess I talked about this kid, so hopefully maybe he's doing better now. This one guy comes over to the van, right? And he's like, he's like one of the white power scanners, and they're like parents are down with the cops or are the
Oh
cops or
yeah.
it's just some weird shit. So he's like, yo, man, I just want to say, yo, man, y'all got heart, man, for coming out here and putting up with this shit. Y'all got heart. And I forgot what we said to him, but he was like one of the white power people.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, I thought some shit could I mean that shit could have got real bad, honestly.
Yeah. People got killed in that shit for sure.
Yes, that shit could have got real bad. So
Did you experience any more stuff after that? Did you experience racism or any kind of shit like that in the scene for for playing shows and stuff?
there was one time we were playing Orange and I was playing in Minneapolis at First Avenue.
Mm.
And honestly, I had no idea. So like I get off stage and somebody's like, "Yo, Chaka, we found that dude that was yelling those racial slurs." I'm like, "What?" I was like, "Oh," they're like, "Yo, we got him in the phone booth." I was like, "All right, yo, let's go check him out." Right. So it's like whatever, 30 like kind of like non-racial skins, whatever, people from there. And they had this dude in like one of the phone booths in the back of First Avenue.
Oh shit.
And so I walk up and I form like this kind of half circle and I open the door to the phone booth and this nigga's cowering in there, right? And I'm like, yo, man. I was like, obviously I can fuck you up right now because I have like 30 people with me. But why the fuck am I gonna do that?
Mm-hmm.
I was like, why are you yelling shit? Yo, man, I was like, yo, just look around you, just recognize that you got spared today.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Your bullshit, you got spared today. Because and I said to him, I was like, yo, these dudes still want to fuck you up,
Yeah.
just on principle.
Yeah, for sure. He must have been so scared, man.
I would have been scared, you know,
Yeah.
and I hope that made him realize that, yo, what, don't do that shit.
Yeah. He was by himself there too, huh?
Well, if he was with heads, they weren't repping.
Exactly.
They were in the
Yeah.
corner.
Yeah. So by the time you put the first 7-inch out, what is a burn show like at that point for you guys? Were you guys just crushing every show? Was there a big buzz? Were people waiting for this thing to come out?
I mean, it was like, I mean, it was fun. Like you said, it was like we had a bunch of heads that used to dance with us.
Yep.
We had Mike from the Bronx. We had
Yep.
Stack.
Yep.
We had Air for a while was up there with us. A bunch of heads. Mark used to roll. I used to roll with Mark in Super Touch. We would always dance for each other.
Yeah.
Um,
Awesome.
Fahim, Joey, not Joey. I know, yeah, Joey Rods. So those are kind of the heads that when we had kind of an esoteric. Also, Fern, obviously, I used to
Yep.
love Fern stage steps,
Sure,
and
that's
those
right.
were the kind of primary heads that used to roll with us and kind of had like an esoteric style of dancing that we would kind of. I mean, honestly, the shit was ceremonial in the weird sense. I feel
Yeah.
like any. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I feel like any good music is. I mean, like look at H2O. Like H2O, you guys are a celebration, right?
Totally.
And I love that.
Thank you.
And that's something that I wish that kind of Burn could do in a sense, but that's not really how the band's wired. I don't think.
Mm-hmm.
But I think every band has a resonance that it gets you to. And obviously with the H2O thing, it's about celebrating and remembering and honoring
100%.
and humbling yourself and family and sacrifice and those things that I believe are wholesome.
Yes.
And I think that the Burn thing is I think about kind of a creative destruction, maybe a pruning of the shadow.
Mm.
You have to be aware of the shadow in order to massage the shadow, the edges that you want to maybe trim or take back. It's impossible to not have a shadow. I believe while you're in the form here on the
Mm-hmm.
planet.
Yeah.
So situations situations try you and they try your ability to control your shadow.
I like
And
that.
I think that what punk did for me, I think that what I like about music is that it gives us the ability to converse with the shadow in a way that maybe can help us to kind of get through some things and feel some victory
Yeah.
somehow.
I love that. That was actually a great breakdown of it, actually, man. That was yeah. You're like a philosopher and shit. I like that.
You know, I came up under the KRS. No, I'm kidding.
So
I think it's Chaka talking about edutainment, black education. What is he talking about?
so when the 7-inch came out, like, what was the response? Was it a big deal? I don't.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was a great response.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like I was a. I mean, it was. I mean, it's hard to say. Was it a great? I mean, yeah. I mean, that was a seminal time. So like
Yeah.
all those things were like really forging a road.
It's a perfect 7-inch,
And really,
man.
oh, much respect.
It's perfect.
You know, I love it too. I think that's. I think the 7-inch was a timely record.
Yes.
And, yeah, I mean yeah, it definitely not obviously, but definitely
What
got a great response.
what inspired you to actually to write "Shall Be Judged" for that at that point? Because I know you said you were raised vegetarian by your family, but you weren't really like. Oh, I guess you were pretty much in animal rights at that point for sure. You were actually, yeah, that's right.
I mean, I was vegan for the animals at a certain point in my life.
Yeah, you were, man. When you were young,
and
you were raised that way too. Yeah.
I was raised, but not vegan. The vegan
Yeah.
thing was my my breakaway from the pescatarian piece.
Yeah.
And
what
but I think
what inspired that?
Just kind of listening to people talk about, what they've learned, especially like honestly working at Piranha was really the baseline.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Conscious minds and
learning
time.
and then like after a while I was ordering, so like I was able to kind of develop a relationship with some of these actual purveyors of some of the stuff, and then at that time it was because it was your philosophy that you fuck with this shit. It wasn't because you could get it into Whole Foods.
Exactly.
You were doing this shit and you were driving it around yourself, and it wasn't easy.
Mm-hmm.
There's a company called Sister Shorters that made a bunch of great products.
Okay.
And him and his wife would come in from upstate and they'd drop off their vegan lasagna product, and it was the love. It wasn't because they were going to get distribution across the country at the Whole Foods.
Yeah. They're actually trying to make a difference.
Thing.
Yeah, they're trying to make a difference. They're trying to make money. Yeah.
And that's informative even if you don't know it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that inspired that, and then
absolutely.
Yeah, and that's a pretty hard song. Obviously, we had other bands singing about that, but still, I mean, that's a pretty really direct and powerful song. You know what I mean? Like it's got a spiritual vibe to it. Once again,
Yeah. I mean, I think that the decisions most of the decisions we face end up going back to the spiritual, in my understanding.
Yeah, I agree with that. And it's crazy how full circle we are right now in 2019 that a lot of the world's changing in that direction. Like
and dude, that's like, we're like 30, it's like 30 years. That Burn record came out, what, 90 or 91 or some shit?
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah.
Fuck.
The shit that you guys were that everybody was singing about, a lot of the bands back then, it's full circle now. You know what I mean? It's Like even
Yeah,
like
now it's just popular.
I know, but it's like really popular. Yeah, it's like the biggest. It's crazy, but I think people starting to realize now that actually does affect the planet. They're actually waking up to it. You know what I mean? It's crazy.
And also how it affects your body as well. Like, I mean, because
Mm-hmm.
the planet shit, like, I mean, BP and dumping co-regs and doing this shit, like, I'm not sure that my straw is causing that right now.
Yeah.
I don't think my straw is fucking up the Gulf of Mexico. But when I think about my own ecosystem in my body, which is what I need to make good quality choices for the other
Mm-hmm.
people in my ecosystem, my family, my friends, etc.,
Yeah.
putting uh, food with negative energies into your body is a horrible place to start.
Yes.
It's a horrible place to start.
I agree. It affects up your mental. It
So
fucks everything up. Yeah.
everything,
Mm-hmm.
everything, and even when you're eating food you know you shouldn't eat, it makes you dumb.
I have to agree. Yeah. 100%,
You
man.
know,
It's hard, man. You gotta get a fucking. Do you have a good? You have a pretty strong, like a strict diet now, or no? Like you watch everything you eat and your age or getting older and shit. And
I listen to my body
yeah,
as AF,
yeah,
as fuck,
yeah, yeah.
you know.
You're in tune with it.
I mean, I think when you no when I as I've grown in years, I feel like I'm trying to believe in and respect my body a bit more,
Yeah.
and I realize that I have friends, I have family, and this is not by no means selfish, but I have me as well. Like
Yeah.
I'm the only person that can control a lot of the pieces of me,
Mm-hmm.
um, and I really need like your attitude, positive mental attitude.
Yes.
Think about it. How hard is it to have a good attitude when you have a stomach ache?
It's fucking hard.
All right, yo. Follow. Check this out. All right, so you have a stomach ache. Let's say it's a 7 out of 10. Fuck, you definitely can't be good. But what if you have a 1 out of 10
Mm.
or a 2 out of 10, which is what people are realizing? Oh shit, I just realized I shouldn't eat gluten, or I realized I shouldn't fuck with rice, or I shouldn't fuck with meat, or I shouldn't
Yeah.
fuck with fish, or I shouldn't fuck with this. That 2 out of 10 is the part that's dangerous
Mm.
because you're fucking around operating at 2 out of 10, and I'm pretty sure that I am. I'm trying to get my shit tight.
Yeah.
But so you're in a diminished state, but you don't know it.
Mm-hmm.
You could be more buoyant with your personality. You could be a little happier. Like I told my boy Justin, he does that out of step Instagram. We were talking to a friend outside of the last Super Bowl hardcore about kombucha. The guy was like, "Yeah, fuck that kombucha shit." I was like, "Yo, Jay, his name is Justin." I was like, "Yo, how do you feel after you drink kombucha?" He said, "I feel great."
Mm-hmm.
Because that shit fucks with your gut in the right way.
Yeah, it's
It
probiotic. It's
gives you
really good. Yeah.
bam. So now you can be in a better mood,
Yeah.
right?
It's true.
So you think about how many shitty decisions you posted a meme about making decisions in anger, with the wolf is jumping, chasing the bird off the cliff. The
Yep.
bird can fly, the wolf can't.
Yep.
When your gut is in bad shape, you're like more likely to be that wolf,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then
100%.
when you think about a child, right, who even has less ability to govern, has less wisdom to see the edge of the cliff or to see the trick, you're giving that child bad food, right?
Yeah.
You're giving that child even supermarket food. I consider to be something you have to read the fucking ingredients.
100%.
Like
Yeah.
if you're feeding your child shit that's detrimental to that child's health, you have to understand why he's failing in school, why he's acting up, why he's crying all the time.
Yeah.
Why he's irritable, he or she is irritable
Yeah.
or not
Think about
sleeping.
the shitty food machines that serve like the soda, all the candy at school every day, and the food they're serving our
Bam.
kids. That's fucking
You know.
crazy, man.
So that for me, that's a huge piece of cognition lies within the food.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
You know.
I agree, man. 100%. It's everything. You know what I mean? Like people, and then people like don't. Then people continue those diets and they go on medication. So they're taking pills and eating like shit and wondering why they're still fucked up. It's crazy, man. They're not putting
Yeah,
two and two together sometimes.
I agree with that. I think we've been the society tells us, and I'm lazy because I could be in way better fucking shape. I need to start working out.
You've always been in good shape, though, man.
But the thing I'm gonna share is like this, like so fucking. So society tells you like, okay, like we're gonna make it easy for you. That the commercial, like the woman's checking out of her hotel, and she's in the car, and she just does one swipe, and the whole world has changed, and everything is just a quick swipe, and you did the thing. If you're concerned about something that happened in overseas, then you put the icon on your Instagram, and they're done. So that mentality, think about your health. How can you handle your health if that is what you think works in real life?
Yeah.
You're eating a chicken McNugget, thinking that I'm gonna swipe. So when it comes to your health, you expect the pill to do the job.
Yeah.
Because why wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then
You know?
there's people on Instagram that use like all the different I don't know what it's called. They make themselves look like what they really aren't. So they're not really trying to change themselves by getting healthy or working out. They're just using they're using apps and shit on their pictures to make themselves look like they're what they really aren't. Like it's all mental thing. They're not even really helping with their physical. It's fucking crazy, man. It's
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that. That's why a lot of people are like unhappy. I
yes,
mean,
yeah,
um, and I find myself I yanked all my shit down a while back, like maybe a few months, 6 months ago, maybe some shit. But I started posting some shit again, and I'm kind of really cognizant of like because everyone like if anyone says that they don't like getting a like on their picture, they're a liar.
facts.
Um, because honestly, it feels good for somebody to like your shit. Let's be honest
Yeah,
here.
man, it's true.
Um, so I just gotta sometimes like I'm like, nigga, are you posting because you like want to get a like, or are you posting because you want to share this? Like, what are you doing? You
Yeah,
know?
it's hard to figure out what's smoke and mirrors and what's real sometimes. It really is, man. It's
Yeah,
really
to you, and even to you,
yeah,
because other people are gonna lie. You can leave that to them to lie.
yep,
But when are you using this as an opiate? Because it's an opiate. When are you using it as an opiate? You know?
yeah. It's very. I just had a discussion with my friend Michael the other day because he does a lot of stuff on social media too. Just like how many hours you spend, the cutting back. What is it really doing for you? Are you making money off it? Is it just it's definitely an addiction? And I know that like Steve Jobs said he wanted to create an extension of the human body, and he did. He did with the phones. They're amazing for positive shit, but there's a lot of dark shit on there too. It's just you
Yeah,
gotta balance it, man. I don't know.
yeah, yeah. There's a lot of dark shit, and the dark shit is it's self inflicted.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
Which is the hardest shit. I mean, the shaming or whatever, or the bullying is one thing. You can
yes,
always say, "Oh, that guy's an idiot." But when you're looking at something and being like, "I suck," that's really bad.
mm-hmm.
And that's what's happening. That's what's happening with people. I mean, good God forbid, being a woman or somebody that, or even being a band, being anybody that's being judged or anything,
Mm-hmm.
judged on your music, judged on your looks, judged on your art, judged on your this,
Yeah,
like you put up a post the other day where it was like, um, and this woman Brene Brown, who I like some of her shit, talks about how the motherfuckers that are complaining aren't on the battlefield. If you're on the battlefield, you're gonna hit the ground. You know,
exactly.
the people that are in the battle, meaning that they're sharing their art or they're sharing their
Yeah,
acting or you're gonna fail. And the people that are not doing it, the people that are the fucking complaining bitches,
and the
they're
critics.
gonna be
Yeah,
on the side of the stage, the critics with a clean white suit on, bitching at you,
yeah,
and they're not even fucking in the arena.
100%, man.
So
100%,
that's
hundred
the
percent.
hard thing about social is like, how do you, so like, even for myself, like I have my new Ghost Decibel shit. I'm like, how the fuck do I want to share this shit? Like, I don't know. Maybe some people will like it, maybe some people won't. Like, I'm developing a sound that I hope people like. It's fucking, to me, it sounds punk in some ways. And I'm so, like, how do you know, like, how do you change a thread on somebody? Like, okay, guys,
Yeah.
like, you know me from hardcore. Like, check this out. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, part of me just wants to have like a separate Instagram and
Yeah.
start employing hashtags or something. I don't know. What
Yeah.
do you mean? What do you think?
I don't know. I
What
wish.
do you think? Let me ask you. I want to ask you a question. What are your thoughts about managing expectations that self-imposed expectations that you get from being a personality on social media?
Managing expectations. That's a really good question because, like you just said, you're like, I want to put music out, but if you want to put it on your platform of your personal page, but that's who you are, and this is how you're expressing yourself, and you are Chaka. We know you from Burn, we know you from Orange Nine, and we know you from Ghost Decibels now. But it's like you're a grown ass man. This is how you express yourself. And you shouldn't have to worry or care about I like or who's gonna like or not, because you're at a point in your life where you've had so much success and you are who you are that it shouldn't fucking matter. You're a fucking middle-aged grown-ass man, and I feel you on that, because
You're right.
sometimes it is hard to like just put your shit out there and that see what people are gonna think, especially with music. I wish there was a platform you could put music out where people could just hear it and nobody could comment, nobody could like it. They just have to fucking hear it. Like it used to be, just put music out, people listen to it, and I don't know. I have no expectations. I know now that like I do have I have a platform that I use as much as I can to promote positivity and promote my band and all the shit I'm doing and express myself and talk to people. I answer my DMs all day long. I get like almost over 100 messages a day. I try to answer every message.
Wow.
I answer them every day. I talk to people for addiction, people that are suicidal, people going vegan, people being parents, people all day long. It's for me, it's pretty much full time. But I run a business off Instagram where I have my store, I have my link, I communicate through DMs to all the consumers and all the people that buy my shit, so that they know I'm selling it, I'm creating it, I'm designing it, and I'm fucking shipping it. And I'm also 24/7 customer service. So my wife said, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm working. I'm talking to people fucking in other countries about where their order is or when's it coming or what's a pre-order." Like. My shit's like
you love it.
I love it because I use it in the positive. It's such a good tool if you can really work it. And like for me, I run business out of my house and I'm total DIY. I have no merchandise in this house. Everything's pre-ordered. So I have a way I know how to put it out. I do like the polls on Instagram story. You vote which colorway you want, and I take it their advice. I let the people speak and tell me which colorway to pick, or should I reprint this design, or if I should add pink, and I do it, and I do customs, I do baby tees. I love it. I love it because it's all me doing it. It's like I have no manager, I have no business manager, I have nobody taking anything. It's just me, and I'm working hard to do it, and I make what I make from it. You know what I mean? Like, so I mean I'm in it. I'm in it, but also like you said, like there shouldn't be any fear of criticism. My wife's always like, it's hard not to care what people think sometimes, but also it's like, fuck it. I mean, it's like, this is me. I put myself out there 100%. Whatever I am right now, I am on my social media. That's just me. And I do wear my heart on my sleeve. And I do, I forgot the word I use about, somebody said something about me the other day, told me about that. I just put myself out there. I'm not afraid. I have nothing to hide. This is me. So whatever that entails, that people like dissing me and making fun of me for liking different types of music, or I don't know, that I'm a sensitive person. I have tattoos and I can't be a hardcore singer like Coldplay and I can't be emotional. I don't give a fuck. This is who I am 100%. I've always been me 100%. And I don't know. I have nothing to hide. If people like my band, they like my band. I don't really care at this point. I like, but yeah, you make new music. You want people to like you. You're proud of it. You're passionate about it. You're about to release it. I'm so psyched on this fucking shit you put out there. And it's like, fuck, what are people going to think? Regardless that you fucking love it and you believe in it, unfortunately, other people have to like it too to buy it and support it. So it's like, It's hard, man. I know exactly what you're talking about. There's a fine line with that shit, and it's like, I don't know. I just trying to get down the rabbit hole sometimes of like, the comments or response. Sometimes the negative shit, and it is fun to block people sometimes. But even then, it's just it's not even the real world. It's either blocking somebody with a private account, you don't know fucking who they are. And it's like, okay, you know what I mean? You're talking shit to me. It's like, I don't know. It's you got to separate that shit, because reality is you want people in real life at your shows, in real life singing along. And, you know, I'm lucky I had that before the internet, and that people, you know, my shit's not just online. You can come see the show, and I'm a person off the internet. You can talk to me, and I'll buy the merch. I'm hanging out. You know what I mean? And I've always been that way, and that's what hardcore and punk rock taught me. But social media is such a good platform to let people know, hey, I'm playing here tomorrow. You don't have to make flyers anymore. You don't have to do all this other shit. You just post it out, and people, there's so much positives in this, you know, for it. But I don't know, man.
Yeah, you just got me psyched on Insta.
And like you reinvent yourself. So with the Burn and the Orange 9mm, it was something totally different. You know, that's a whole different chapter. You guys put a bunch of records out. You guys are fucking really, really big. You recreated. I mean, like you invent yourself. That was another chapter of your life that I thought was amazing, man.
Thank you, Rob. I appreciate that.
Like,
I appreciate it. We'll see if I can reinvent myself again with Ghost Decibels.
I know.
It's really kind of a continuation of some shit.
I mean, you seem like you're definitely an optimist.
Does that mean that you listen to the music? Definitely optimist that if people gonna like.
No, but you are though. I'm just saying, in general, as a person, as an outgoing person, a positive person, you've always been
Well,
a lot,
thank you. I
lot of
appreciate
energy and
that.
like and a positive person. You never like a negative, like dark, angry person. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I appreciate that.
and I think
I
I think
mean,
I think I
definitely.
think you get it out in your music too. You know what I mean? That you've always had that a great way of venting and getting out lyrically and stuff. You know. So I
Thank
mean,
you, Toby.
after Burn, we went to Orange Nine. I mean, Orange Nine was such a different level for you and in your career. You know what I mean? Like all those first Warp tours you guys did, and just like the buzz and
Yeah.
that first EP came out on Rev.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
what was that? What was the final end of Burn? You just wanted to try something different. You think?
I think the end of Burn was we had I think auditioned every drummer in New York to some degree at
Yeah,
some point.
yeah,
Like it's fucking sucks so hard, dude.
yeah,
You just couldn't keep a drummer. And I think there was some other stuff. Maybe Alex was kind of leaving or something like that, and Gavin I think wanted to do something different. And I think everybody pretty much just kind of needed a break.
And how many
There's
years?
just
How
a
many
lot.
years was how many years was Burn for? Like along with?
94, I guess, 89, 88, 89 to 94, something like that.
Okay.
Or 95, and because I think Orange Night started 95.
Yeah.
We started actually. Orange Night started like a couple of months after Bird ended.
Yeah, and where did that name come from? I always wanted to ask you that.
I made that shit up.
Okay.
I made it up. I was just thinking about yeah. I was just thinking about like creative energy blast of like like
Mm,
honestly like positive creative energy, like
yeah.
the kind of thing that makes you just want to like be kind of like wild-eyed, happy, and jump around. Not happy in a whack way, but like
Yeah.
energized,
Yeah.
enthused.
Yeah. I always wanted to ask you that because
Yeah.
like having like the gun logo was pretty strong and all that, but the merch was so bright and colorful and like super positive.
Yeah, no, and on the back of that gun shirt was a light bulb,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
so it was,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
it was really about kind of, there was a thought piece to it.
Yeah. Who did the,
Well,
who did the art and stuff for? I know you say your dad for the back of the '70s, but who came up with a lot of your designs for like even Orange Diamond and Burn because they were always so bright and I feel like it was almost like some OG streetwear shit before streetwear.
dude, absolutely. I was in charge of the layouts for the, let me think. So the first burn shit, I did some of the writing,
Yeah.
did a lot of the layout with. I had that first cover was my idea. So basically, like I had gone to the Anthrax and I had videotaped Absolution or something at the Anthrax,
Got you.
and I was watching a video of it, and like something happened. Somebody called me, and I paused the tape. It was like VHS tape, and I paused it right at the time, and there was like a flash had went off, and I was like, "Oh my god, that looks amazing!" So I called up Sasha. Sasha, I was like, "Yo, Sasha, come to the fucking Anthrax show. I'm gonna shoot a videotape for us." And I called my dad. I was like, "Yo, Dad, Sasha's gonna videotape the show, and I'm gonna mark a few spots that I want you to get like a screenshot of, like with like meaning like have a camera take a picture of a high res video monitor." So
Mm,
we had like 3 or 4 different kind of freeze frames that we kind of picked from, and that was the one.
that's
That was a
awesome.
that was a that the pose wasn't planned,
Yeah.
but the the energy was planned.
Yes. I love that, man. I love that.
Yeah. And then Orange, no, the next burn shit would have been Last Great Sea, I guess,
Yep, that's
right?
great too. Yeah, yeah, yeah. When did that
Or
come
did
out?
Cleanse come before that?
I'm not.
Last Great Sea was recorded way before, was recorded, I think, a couple of years. Was that, what's crazy? I don't know. If Cleanse, no, Last Great Sea, yeah, Cleanse came after because that's Manny.
Oh yeah, Manny. That's right, Manny.
Last
Yeah,
Great, yeah, Last Great Sea is Alex. And that was probably like 92, 91,
yeah,
92.
yeah.
And then Cleanse was like 2000 or something.
Damn, 2000. Okay.
Yeah, like we came back 2001 or some shit. Remember I had those yeah, taxi cab yellow Nikes that I was like running around in like these high tops. They were like crazy looking.
I do. Yeah, you
Um,
always rock. You always rock ill kicks in the scene. You always
dude,
rocked.
I love crazy kicks,
I
yo.
know you always rocked bright stuff back then too, man. I remember that. You always rocking bright clothes, like not really a black t-shirt kind of guy or black pants. You're always like a blue jeans or some shit and fucking or cargos, and then fucking and then some
Camo shit.
bright ass shit. Yeah.
I wasn't afraid of that shit.
Yeah, you brought like a hip hop vibe into the hardcore too. I think for sure.
Yeah, the urban vibe.
Yeah, urban skateboard, urban skateboard vibe. Fucking yeah, for sure.
I prefer to be on the urban charts, please. Thank you.
The urban chart.
I remember like first time like I was at like McGee Entertainment's office. I was like urban, like what? Like looking at like those radio magazines, like hits and all that shit. They had the charts broken down by like racial shit or whatever. That was always weird to me. They used to call black music race music.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
What year? What was that?
When they called it race music?
Yeah, when they call it race music.
Let me look that up right now.
Race music? That's fucking crazy.
That's crazy, right?
Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
All right, let's see. Race music. It's coming. Race record, race music.
Damn.
In the 1940s, race music and race. Okay, this is encyclopedia. This is deep sciences.
Wow.
We are in some entertainment shit. Prior to the emergence of rhythm and blues as a musical genre in the 40s, quote unquote race music and quote unquote race records were terms used to categorize practically all types of African American music. Race records were the first examples of popular music recorded by and marketed to Black Americans.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy, man.
What do you got there, Tommy? Oh, some race records. Enjoy.
So what was Burn? Burn was alternative?
Burn was race music.
No, I'm sorry. Orange 9 was alternative.
Orange 9 was race music too.
Okay.
No, I'm kidding. I guess Orange 9 was definitely. Whatever happened to alternative? Is that
Who
fucking
still, knows, man? That was
alternative thrash, right?
Yeah, alternative thrash, alternative
press, the magazine.
That was a magazine, but then there was also that alternative on TV, MTV, like hosted by Matt Pinfield. Alternative,
shit.
Alternative something. Yeah, it's crazy,
Dude,
man.
What happened to that genre?
I don't know, man. I don't know what happened. Then the grunge came, and I don't. Who fucking knows, man? But alternatives like REM and all that shit, replacements.
It's like post punk.
Yeah, back then,
Post punk.
Then there's post hardcore, post punk, emo. There's so many fucking names, dude. So what would be the genre for Orange 9? You think back then?
Race music.
No, man. One that we know. Orange 9, man. Fuck.
I think alternative.
You were in your own lane and shit, yeah.
Honestly, always, and sometimes not a good place to be, if I'm honest.
Okay.
Because no one knows which direction you're going in, and it can lead to. It can be exciting on some OJ shit, right? Niggas watch you for 15 minutes.
Yeah.
While you in the Bronco or whatever it is. But people like lanes more now more than ever.
Yeah, Burn had its own lane too, man. I would say too. Or Burn took the lane from Absolution and then took it to another level, different weird, different way.
Yeah, different place. So that's also a separate lane. Like I like lanes. I'm like I want to be in a lane. I think I'm ready to be in a lane.
Yeah.
In a positive sense.
Yeah, but Orange 9, so that EP came out, Revelation, and people. What was your reaction to that? Because people love Burn, and then
dude, Orange 9 I think from the start had an incredible reaction.
It's awesome. I think I remember that in '94.
You know what I loved about the reaction that we got, and there's like a video from Syracuse that I posted a while ago. It was like I talked about that wild-eyed, just energetic, like not every man for himself, but like we're just like a bunch of people just flopping the fuck around on beat, on their own beat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And just kind of like fun,
Yeah.
The kind of thing like you just get in and like you feel the power by doing it. You smile and you just let yourself go, and there's some physicality to it.
There was a lot of energy, you're a lot of energy, amazing frontman in Burn, but then Orange 9 was just a different level, man.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that.
Like the energy
fun
was
times.
the energy was fucking. So that was received really well. But then when Driving Not Included came out in '95. That just kind of set off. I think you guys were getting radio or video play on that record.
Yeah, we were getting video play on High Speed Changer. Do you want to watch yourself fly?
Yeah,
That
yeah,
song.
yeah.
Um, and then also we had, I think, Suspect got a little bit of play.
Okay.
We won't stay the same. That was like one of my favorite songs, honestly.
Yeah, and also your vocals, dude. You totally changed. Your vocals are just. It was crazy. Like you're singing and shit. I mean, you had melodies and Burn, but Orange 9, there's like holy shit. Like I don't know, you're singing. This was another level, man. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
I took it. I definitely. You're getting me stoked on the human ability to level up and change gears.
Yeah, you really did, man. Because you came out singing. I mean, it's just like I'm not gonna. I don't want to compare. I just want to like how Underdog was Underdog, and then into another Richie was kind of singing. I'm not comparing the bands sound nothing like each other, but both coming from the hardcore. But then there's another part of them, another side of them where they're actually singing, and it's fucking awesome. It's like holy
Right.
shit, because you only think one person can do one style, and it's like oh shit. Now it's a whole flipped a whole new shit, and it's like it's impressive for sure, man. But you had the hardcore energy on stage, your moves. You know what I mean? Like you're still a hardcore kid, but you're not. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a different level of
Yeah.
like the energy. Like and Orange Nine was just like that. I remember you guys were crushing on the Warp Tour, all
Oh, that
that
was
shit,
so fun.
dude. It was
I
so
used to
sick,
love playing those shows.
dude.
Um, yeah, yeah. We're talking about maybe doing some stuff. Not sure what we'll do.
Really?
Um, yeah, it's been some discussion.
That's fucking awesome.
Once again, I'm laying down. I was up at like I've been waking up at like 4 a.m.
Why?
I just fucking wait. I just fucking can't sleep. So I hope I don't sound fucking.
No, you sound great. Stay right there.
Okay,
I'm gonna
cool.
give my dog some water. Stay right there.
All right, cool.
So you fucking interrupt my podcast. Fucking hang on a second. Chaka, walk right there. Let's give my dog some water. Max,
All right.
you feed your fucking dog water. I'm trying to do a podcast. Yeah. I used to like like in between like yeah, I wanna be this vessel. Yeah, I love that shit. Yeah, can you feel it? Come on now, yeah. Like your voice was super
Yeah.
high. It was crazy. It was awesome. I think we had the same management too, the McGee's, because they got
The McGee's,
they
yeah.
had Orange 9, they had Civ, they picked up
Civ,
H2O,
Quicksand, H2O.
Yeah, it was fucking crazy. Doc McGee, who fucking managed to Kiss their whole career. He's still with them actually. It's crazy.
That's amazing.
So Driving Not Including that had really good success, and that was on East West Records, right?
East West, yeah.
Yeah, that was really
Then we
fucking
then we did Tragic was the next
tragic.
LP.
That was Atlantic. Yeah, East whatever.
Then
Yeah,
we went to Atlantic, yeah.
and then Ultraman versus Godzilla.
Oh yeah, damn. There were certain like periods of Orange Men that are like that EP. Um, there's music on that EP that I would not remember,
Oh, okay.
honestly.
Yeah.
Um, I like Pretend I'm Human. I think that's got
Pretend I'm
some good
Human
shit
is
on
going
it.
to say, yeah, that was 99 and shit, yeah.
Um,
You guys did a lot
I
of
wonder,
records in
actually,
that short period of time, man. Fuck.
yeah, maybe. I mean, I would love to get the guitars louder on Pretend I'm Human. I was
Yeah.
like asking to get that record remixed, maybe.
Yeah.
So I could do it cheaply or like efficiently or something.
Did you
Could-
feel like Orange 9 was going to be not a big break, but you got a lot of success fast and radio and video play? What was your mental there? Did you feel like, holy shit, I might be actually doing music as a career?
I don't. I think other people around me more thought that than I did.
Yeah.
Maybe that was the problem.
Oh shit. Yeah. But you guys had a great run with that band, though. I mean, it was fucking. I mean, was some of your? I mean, you guys sold a good amount of records too, and obviously the Burn was great, and that was your passion too, and that was like, that had great time too. But Orange 9 was like some next level shit.
I mean, I had more experience and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And also, it was just also another like I feel like Burn came out at the right time in the right season,
Yeah.
and also Orange 9 came out at the right time in the right season.
Yeah. I agree. The timing was perfect. Yeah.
That's damn. You got me thinking right now, Tobe. Fuck.
And you guys got some bigger tours. What are some of the bands you tour with during the Orange 9 days? Because I know you guys tour with some bigger
Orange
bands.
Nine, we did some interesting tours. We did like Ned's Atomic Dustin.
Damn.
We toured with a few iterations, like in a couple of iterations of the Misfits.
Wow. Okay.
Bad Brains, Deftones, Korn, Sick of It All.
That's right. Corn too. Remember that.
Yeah, we toured. I mean, we did a lot of tour with Deftones. We did a couple of tours with Korn,
Great fucking
with Korn
bands.
rather.
Great band.
Yeah,
Deftones.
fuck yeah. A few Warp Tours.
Yeah.
They're in for good measure.
Yeah. Warped Tours are always great. New audience.
Who else? Who else? I'm trying to fucking think. Quicksand. Quicksand
Yeah,
Helmet. That was actually probably
that's a sick tour.
the best tour. Argentine Quicksand Helmet. That was a great tour.
That's sick tour. That's a sick lineup.
Yeah, that was fucking fun as fuck.
Do you have any regrets with Orange 9 or Burn?
I think with starting with Burn, I think I always want to be able to get out as much productivity as possible. For the simple fact that, like, I don't know if you're like this, but I'm like this. Like, I'll be working on music like 1 week, then I'll have 3 days of being busy, and I'll be like, I'll pull up some files, like, holy shit, I forgot about this. This is great.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, so like, I wish we were more productive, so like I could go back now and like look at some music and maybe release some shit that we hadn't put out.
Mm-hmm.
I wish we had more music to like be like, okay, let's not release this, let's release it, just because at the time we didn't think it was good enough. And like, obviously, 10 years later or whatever it is, you're like, okay, like, let's put this as a B-side or whatever.
Totally.
I just wish there was more music.
Yeah, I kind of feel like that way too with HO. We only released what we had. We never have any extra shit laying around. People always ask us for like an extra track. Like, we just do a minimum enough to put the right. Yeah, I agree with that.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
If you think about it, if you had like some songs from like 94 somehow, if you had like 3 songs to like,
sick gems, people be psyched to hear that shit.
Yeah, right. And you'd be psyched to release it,
know.
So that's and also just communication. Like, band shit's hard, man. Everyone's a human being. Oftentimes you're dealing with men that people are grown. I'm a grown man.
Yeah.
You play with other grown men.
Different personalities, all that shit.
Exactly. Different personalities, different moods.
Yep.
Egos.
Everybody has an ego of some sort, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
For sure.
And so you're in a creative situation with people.
Yep.
And then there's also a reliance that comes into play.
Agreed.
That reliance is even down to the fact where if maybe somebody doesn't believe, let's say somebody thinks I'm a shitty singer, and since I'm a shitty singer, we're not going to blow up, right? So their faith in the band wavers, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there's a lot of and I hope nobody thinks that, but you never know.
Yep.
There's a lot of complicated ground to cover in a band environment,
Yeah. 100%. I agree. Are you there now?
No.
I agree with that 100%. And I was gonna ask you something about that after that though. So nothing with Orange 9 though. Nothing regrettable about Orange 9.
I think it's all the same shit.
Yeah, all the same shit. Yeah, I think so too. Yeah. Are you happy with your career you had so far in music?
Say again?
Are you happy with all the stuff, all your achievements and all the stuff you're doing in music? You happy with it?
No, not at all.
You're not fulfilled yet. You're still hungry.
I mean, I don't. I think as long as I'm doing music, I will always be looking for the next thing.
I like that. I like that. Yeah, I like that. Not living in the past, you're moving in the future, and you're trying to do new shit.
Or try to live in the present or something, hopefully.
Yeah, the present. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and I'm open to doing Burn. I'm open to doing Orange Night. It's not like I'm like, fuck all those things. I'm only Ghost Decibels now. That's all I would be called by.
Yeah.
Nothing like that.
No, I know.
But for my, like, I think that if you play music, you're like a scientist. So you do R&D, and you're continuously researching and developing so you can manifest what makes sense to you.
Is it hard, you think, because people know you for Chaka from Burn or Chaka from Orange 9 Millimeter and trying to do some new shit? Like, yo, that's my past. This is my new shit I'm on. Check this out. This is what I'm into now. This is how I'm being creative now. This is the shit I'm into now. Like you're not trying to erase your past because that's part of who you are now and how you got here. That's all your inspirations, how you grew up, all the different stuff
Yeah.
you've tried, like musically creative. And so now you're on some new shit, and it's hard because it's like you want to do some new shit, but you also like you kind of want the people that fucked with Chaka, Burn, Chaka, Orange 9 to fuck with your new shit also, in a sense, and also get new people. But people might,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like,
But that might not happen.
yeah, it might not happen because it's a whole different thing. It's totally different.
Exactly.
It's totally different. It's you, but it's something totally different. But people know you from your history of music. You know what I mean? So it's like, I couldn't even imagine, like, I've been in my band 25 years. I'm very lucky, but to like try to start something new now, something totally different than ever. I did Hazen Street. That was really fun, but that was like a year of my life. But like trying to do something different, like I love hip hop so much, but I would never rap because I respect the culture too much. And I've friends offer me to do beats and rhyme. Like I love hip hop so much, I could never do that. But that's the only other thing I would do if I did anything was some sort of like something with some beats. But I couldn't. I'm fucking almost 50 years old, and it's like I'm gonna try to be a rapper now. But like I love hip hop so much that like I wouldn't try to like disrespect it by me trying to rhyme, even though I can sing along and rhyme to all my favorite shit. Doesn't mean I'm a fucking rapper. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like I don't know, man. But
So I mean, go ahead.
What were you gonna say? Go ahead.
I was gonna say why not? I don't I think it's interesting to. I think it makes sense to respect the art form and say I'm gonna kind of limit um where I touch it based around where I feel like maybe I have skills.
100%, because I don't have those. As much as I love it and listen to it every day and fucking listen to new shit my son gets me into, and I'm all about it. I've always been about it since I was young, loving hip hop, all that shit. But like to rap is it's not. I can't.
So then why? So then what if you did? What if you did your Toby stuff over beats?
I could do that shit too. Yeah. Yeah, maybe I could do like I could remix some other shit. I don't know, like. Do some beats to
you know
some,
what I mean?
Yeah, that might be cool.
You sing melodically.
I rhyme words in my H2O songs. I rhyme words, so it's like.
So you already an MC, son. Know what I mean?
Put some beats to like some of our songs.
He rhyme his words. Son. Look.
But I can do beats to like some of our classic shit. That'd be kind of interesting. Anyway, I love the fact that like you're at the age that you're at. You've done everything you've done, and you're still working on being creative, doing new shit. And you're not trying to like, you're not like, I'm gonna bring this. I'm gonna do Orange 9 reunion. Now who's saying you won't do that? And I think it'd be great. People love it, but you're actually trying to create new shit and not living back then. I respect that so much because that's hard to do nowadays. It's very hard to do nowadays, man. But it's not hard to be creative. It should be the most creative time for everybody. What's happening in the planet and the world around us. But as far as going out there, it's like I'm Chaka and this is my new band. My new band.
You know what the hardest part is? I think the hardest part is feeling you have a foothold in society with how society now is this kind of unified lens via social media, right?
Yes.
So like you people know if I was just coming out, if I was like 15 years old and I just started posting pictures of me making my music, I wouldn't give a darn.
Totally.
But since I'm like I've agreed to accept the relationship of Chaka Malik to Outer World, you Toby to the outer world, and now there's expectations that go with that because we've told you what to expect by the things that we posted on our Instagram.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So then when you start posting different shit, that's like breaking a societal contract. Is it? It's like, no, I didn't talk. I didn't follow you for this shit.
Yeah.
I didn't follow you for your weird, ghetto 9 Inch Nails Prince, whatever the fuck you sound like bullshit. You know what I mean? It's not why I followed you. I followed you for fucking Drowned or whatever.
Yeah, but this is who you are, man. This is fucking. People can't live in the past, man. This is you right now. This is what you're doing now. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
And for some people, it's like, yo, if you weren't there and missed it, you missed it. Like a lot of the people who talk about the past and stuff in bands they missed, or maybe reunions and stuff. Like, I back reunions 100%. I think it's great. I love when people come back and they play, and people never got to see them. But then some people are like, yo, I ain't doing a reunion. And they know if you weren't there at that time, then you missed it. That was the time and place, man. It's like, It was an amazing time and place, and I'm very lucky to have been there and see you guys play
Yeah,
and all those bands.
and that time and place thing. The more I think about it, the more like I like.
That's
And I think
batteries.
it's why.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Hey,
What's up?
one second. Every time I give my wife my credit card to go get something at the store, she said batteries, and I asked for kombucha. And never got kombucha. I texted you for kombucha. And my stomach. I texted you. No, that's okay. But that's all I wanted. And then what should you get? My wife said we get batteries. She got grapes, applesauce, bread, avocado, and lemon. But where the batteries at? I'm not abusive. I just want kombucha. Yo, me and Chaka talk about kombucha. Fuck off. I just want fucking kombucha. Don't say
Hey,
that
Moon,
on
how
my
are you?
podcast. Don't do that shit. What are you going to do? Go get me kombucha then. God damn it. I want a fucking kombucha. But take my cash, not my card. I just want a kombucha. This guy got me.
Is this what really happens at the Morse house?
This really happens at the Morse house. Yes, 100%. Max, go get me a fucking kombucha, man. Me and Chaka talking about it right now. But me and Chaka have been talking for an hour and 40 minutes, Chaka. We're killing this shit.
I know, right?
We covered a lot of shit, though, of your life. Do you have any daily rituals?
Say again?
You have any daily rituals?
Daily rituals. Yeah, I think that checking in with yourself is important.
I like that.
And, people have different beliefs. I believe in a higher power.
Yeah.
I think that anytime you can, for some people, their high power is, veganism for some people.
Totally.
I think
straight edge is my higher power. Straight edge is my that's
what is
straight edge is my higher power.
It's not kombucha.
It's not kombucha. No, it's not.
It's not kombucha.
Yeah.
It's not.
But yeah, I know what you're saying though. I know what you're saying.
Yeah, so just that being able to kind of step out of your own stress for a second.
I love that.
You know what I mean? Like I was just stretching and I was like feeling like not anger and bitterness as like pure raw forms.
Yeah.
But I was feeling the blockage that brings those things just leaving my body when I was stretching.
I love that. I'm a bad stretcher. I need to be a way better stretcher because I work out a lot. I do soul cycle. I go hiking. I go jogging. I got to stretch, man. I got to step my stretch game up for sure.
Yeah, dude, stretching. And also try to the other day I was in my house, my apartment I lived in. The voice said to me, "You need to be more grateful." And I was like, "Yo, I'm like, yo, I'm grateful. I'm grateful." And I sat down. I was like, "Fuck, am I not grateful?" And then I started talking to people about it. And so I've just been trying to be more grateful. And I feel like we say a lot of these things, and the reason why I hate some of these memes on the gram is because a lot of people just put the meme up, and like me, like I was like, I'm grateful. Shut up. Don't bother me, subconscious mind or whatever.
Yeah.
And then I was like, holy shit, dude, you're not grateful.
Mm-hmm.
You're not. You could be more grateful.
Yeah.
You can be more grateful.
Yeah.
And so I've just been trying to letting myself realize that I'm thankful and lucky and that I have a great opportunity every day. Like sometimes getting up for work is annoying, but hey, it's an opportunity for you to keep your job and make money and buy the things that you like and take that woman to dinner and pay your, you know what I mean? Like, there's a reason, there's a science and there's rules to this shit,
Yeah.
And I think that sometimes it's hard to see that if you're so caught up in your day to day.
I agree with that 100%. Step back and step away from yourself and look at your, 100% agree with that.
Yeah.
What about what you think you'd ever want to be? You think you ever see yourself being a dad one day?
I would, dude, honestly, I would love to. I really found, I think it activates, I mean, you could probably tell me better than anybody.
Yeah.
It activates stuff in your DNA and just I'm a man, so I'm going to speak from that standpoint.
Yeah.
I think as a man, it empowers you to be even more so for your family.
100%. Yeah, I think you'd be a great dad, man. You have a lot of life experience, and yeah, man, I can see you. You're still young enough to be a dad. I can see it happening.
Well, thanks.
And
I mean, honestly, it would help me.
Yeah, and what about you? Think you see yourself ever leaving New York?
Yeah, I mean, we're tour dogs, man. So like in that sense, like we know that you kind of can be anywhere in a weird way.
Totally.
As long as you have the things you need.
Totally.
So I lived in London for a couple of years in
That's right.
the late 2000s. I lived in the Bay Area for a couple of years just after that.
That's right.
So like I've lived in LA a few months at a time cutting records. I lived in Connecticut for a couple of years.
You've been
So
around.
like
You've been
for
around. Yeah.
yeah, so it's just a matter of okay, so like what do you want to do right now for the next 6 months or whatever?
Yeah.
And I let that kind of determine where I'm living. But yeah, I'm not tied to New York by any stretch.
You're a New York native though, which is pretty amazing.
There's a lot of us.
Yeah. Yeah, there is. I mean, I only know a handful, but yeah, that's fucking pretty amazing though. But like, so you're in Brooklyn now, right?
Yeah,
That's awesome. Brooklyn's changed dramatically too, man.
dude, it's like
Drastically.
I'm considering fucking moving to the city to save money.
Wow, it's really like that. I heard that. It's really like that.
Yeah,
Holy shit. That's fucking crazy, man. Brooklyn, that's great. What part of Brooklyn you in?
Bushwick.
Nice. Yeah, dude. Back in the day, you would never go to Bushwick, man. It's fucking so crazy, man.
Unless you're like bombing or something, doing graffiti.
Dude. So
That's what we do. Yeah, do Bushwick.
you listen to any new hip hop at all or no?
I listen to I listen to certain things. I'm not. What am I on about? I like the basic kind of Biggie to have some songs. When I say
Yeah,
big,
yeah,
not
yeah.
Biggie Smalls, the bigger artists like
Yeah,
Kendrick and all these people,
yeah,
whatever. I like a lot of that stuff. But
yeah.
honestly, I really what I don't like about hip hop is it just to me. Let me go this way. What I like about the kind of music I'm more focused on, which is like this like 1980-ish kind of like European kind of dance music, I guess,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
meets punk. The thing I like about that is that it sounds like you shouldn't. It almost sounds like you shouldn't like it.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you listen to Joy Division, it sounds like you shouldn't like it. Come on now, that shit's out of tune as fuck.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah.
be real.
You love them though.
But when you listen to like a lot of the hip hop of the day, it just everything is so in tune and the 808s, and
True.
it's too easy to like.
Yeah.
So that creates this disposability, which to me in music is anathema.
I like that. I agree with that.
Music should be classic.
Hey Max, what is
Um,
some young hip hop me and Chaka need to be listening to right now? What kind of like hip hop you listening to? Because Max always brings. I went and saw Travis Scott. That was a really interesting show. Talking to Chaka. Yeah, say what is some new hip hop,
yeah.
like young hip hop, Max, that people listening to, like kids are listening to. I'm asking you, like some young hip hop. Let's go to Chaka.
What's up,
Tell me,
Chaka?
homie.
Max,
What up, dude?
what is some hip hop you should be listening to?
Young hip hop. Okay. My dad just put me on the mic, like on the spot.
Yeah, yeah.
Young hip hop artists. I don't really listen to hip hop that much. Like, I
There you
don't.
go.
I don't. It's my thing, but it's like sometimes it'll come on like 21 Savage. Travis
Mhm.
Scott. Travis Scott's really good.
Travis Scott's dope. I love Mike Dean, who produces the shit.
The thing is, he's a good rapper and artist overall, and then he adds in the benefit, like the benefactor of like like crazy shows, insane shows where he's like flying or like roller coaster, or he was on an eagle once. He was like on birds. Like he does all this stuff, and it's like a theatrical show. But then he also brings like a good like rhythm and good vibes and good song lyrics and stuff like that.
Fuck yeah.
He's yelling Shoreline Mafia. I know one song by
No,
them.
I don't know who that is.
You don't know who that is?
Uh-uh.
They're pretty good. I don't know many songs by them. I know one, but they're pretty good. Also, I'm forgetting the name. Oh, Comethazine is good.
Okay.
Yeah, and DaBaby. Yeah,
Oh, Jimmy.
DaBaby is good. Blueface. He's got a lot of
Okay.
bangers.
Tatiana.
What do you mean? The long names? I don't know. He's speaking. I don't know. But DaBaby is great.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely.
Thanks, Max, for the input. I appreciate the young input
Yes,
for us.
one love.
And
I was
Chuck,
just thinking.
Go
I
ahead.
met him I met him when he was what? How old was he?
Maybe 3 years old or something, probably, man. Crazy, man.
Yeah.
Now he's 16. He got his own band. They're playing shows. It's fucking crazy, man.
Sounds like a grown ass man.
That's crazy. What about Chaka? Do you watch any like Netflix shows? You a big TV watcher or binge TV
You know what I
shows?
fuck? I fuck with Ozark on Netflix.
That shit's great. I can't wait to see the new season comes out. Fuck.
What I love about Ozark is I love the fact that homie holds his family down.
He does, no matter what.
You know what I
man.
mean?
Yes.
Exactly. That shit's amazing. I fucked with Gypsy on Netflix.
I heard about that.
You watched that?
Now I'm writing this shit down.
Gnarly.
Gypsy. What about like Black Mirror?
Well, I watched a couple of those.
It's okay.
The thing is, a lot of shit they talk about like is not science fiction to me. So it's kind of like not.
Yeah.
It's not shocking because
Yeah.
I'm already understanding that that's what's happening.
Yeah.
What do you fuck with? What's your favorite show on Netflix?
We're watching. I'm watching on Hulu right now the Wu-Tang Saga Continue series.
Oh, dope.
It's really good. And then we also watching this really fucked up show on Hulu. It's called 60 Days In, where 7 people from the outside world go into a prison undercover for 60 days and see if they can handle it. So one would be like a lawyer, a police officer, a school teacher, a parking attendant, a nurse, and they all go undercover and they try to get in there. And they're going in there for reasons. These are like their dad's locked up. One wants a police officer wants to see how people are treated after she arrests them. They try to see how it goes. They try to see what kind of they try to get dirt, and they're kind of like undercover narcs. It's a really intense show, man. It's really
Wow.
60 Days In. It's really heavy, man. And so we watch.
I need to check that. That sounds crazy.
Yeah, watching that. We love Peaky Blinders. The new season's incredible. You have to use subtitles because it's hard to understand what they're saying, but it's
Absolutely.
it's really that shit's really great. And then Peaky Blinders, yeah, those are the main ones we watch. But that Wu Saga is really cool because a new episode drops every Wednesday. That's really,
nice.
That's really,
every Wu Wednesday.
Every Wu Wednesday.
Right.
Oh shit, yeah. Dude, I just saw you posted today that Beyond the Streets over today. That sucks. I missed the New York one. I saw the Cali one.
Oh, you saw the Cali one?
Yeah.
Dude, it was so great, dude. Fuck.
It looked amazing, man. That's so incredible, man. Sasha was a part of that too, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Dude, it looked amazing, man. That Judge playing out there, so L. Cool J was out there. It was crazy.
Yeah, Judge played. Yeah, the guy Roger Gassman that curated
Roger
it,
Gassman,
fucking-
yes.
Yeah, it's cool.
He's like an old school, like graffiti punk rock kid, right? Yeah.
Exactly.
He had a magazine back to While You Were Sleeping, I think, right in the 90s. While You Were
He
Sleeping.
did While You Were Sleeping? Oh, that was his?
I think so. Yeah, I think so.
I didn't
yeah.
know that.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Do you still skateboard now or no?
I have a board in my closet. I have a setup that I haven't really fucked with. Like
a longboard?
No, just like a regular standard board. I just think that I'm just not. I mean, just like I think when I used to fall, I would fall on like the heel of my hand a lot.
Yeah.
And that's just something that just sounds really shitty to me right now. I don't like that.
I don't want to fall my hand anymore, man. That's amazing, man.
Right?
Yo, you hit the big 5-0. You're 1 year older than me. Holy shit, I just realized that.
No, dude, I hit 50 next year.
Okay. Me too. Wait, I'm 70.
No, nigga, wait, you older than me.
Oh, shit, I am. Damn, I'm 1970. Fuck, that's right. So I'm 50 next April. Damn.
Oh, shit.
Damn.
No, I'm... Yes, you got me trying to cop to being. I'm not even fit. I'm going to be 49 next year. You don't got me make me thinking to be. I am. I guess also I am 50. I don't know.
Dude, we're getting old, man. It's so fucking crazy, man. It's so crazy, man. I feel young though. I definitely feel young. I feel like playing music and doing shit you love keeps you young, man. I really do, man. I really do.
Literally.
Keeps you positive. Keeps you all that shit, man. It's fucking.
Literally.
Fuck. So what's next for you as far as Ghost Decibels? When are you guys gonna play out?
Yeah, that's a good point. I have this 5-song EP that Freddie I was gonna put out. We're calling it like the Ghost Decibels kind of demo, and
Nice.
we have a name for it. And then I'm gonna figure out how the fuck to try to share it with people in a live setting.
That's cool.
Maybe I'll play guitar. I don't
Yeah.
know. I have no idea. I have no idea how to present it.
Yeah.
But the first thing is hopefully to get people to hear it and to get a handful of people to like it.
Yeah.
By hook or by crook. Each Ghost Decibels record comes with a $50 bill.
I would just put that shit out, man, and do like a fucking show in New York. Yeah, man.
Yeah. That's the plan.
You get nervous doing this. You get nervous playing now, or nervous like doing new shit.
I'm more nervous thinking about how to get this into the world.
I know.
Just because there's no lane. What's the lane that I plug into?
And we need a lane for Chaka Malik. Anybody listening, Chaka wants a lane for this shit.
I know, right?
He's done not being in no lanes and shit.
You know what? Maybe.
You already created lanes already, dude. You already created lanes.
Maybe somebody will let me in. Somebody will let me merge into their lane.
Yes, please. Somebody listening, man. We're gonna find a world and like a scene for that group for Ghosts for I'm gonna call you GD. You know what I mean? Like it's cool to have like some place for that, man. Fuck, yeah.
It's cool to have a what?
Like a place for that, like a lane for that. You know what I mean? It's like it's put you in a new thing where it's not Chaka's from Burn, Chaka from Orange 9. No, this is this Ghost Decibel. This is it. You might not know this motherfucker. Some people do, some people don't, and not with the strength of your name. Just a new music. That's what, I don't know. It should be.
Dude, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, it's just like new shit. Like, fuck, man. You know, like you read the bio online, whatever. But like, let's just get the music out, and that's how you're expressing yourself. And I respect you for that. You've been doing that for a long time, always recreating yourself and making music and staying creative, man. I love that. You've never stopped doing that through all the highs and lows of all your careers. You know what I mean? I think that's amazing, Chuck.
Yeah.
I think it's awesome, man.
Thank you, Tobe. I appreciate that.
And you were the first guy rocking your own streetwear. You're the only guy that I'm gonna tell you right now. Chaka Malik is the only guy I've ever known that can rock his own band shirt and make it look cool. Nobody else can do this. Motherfucker rock Burn shirts his whole life, and he looks cool wearing it. Nobody else can do that. I don't know why it works for you. It's so weird. I don't know why.
Is that a sneak diss, Toby?
No. Fuck no. Not at all. I respect it. I wish I could. I wish I could do that. I've actually tried to do that before, but for you, it always worked, and I love that, man. You're repping your own shit. You're proud of your shit. I love that, man. I really do. And the first motherfucker be like made his own streetwear. Like some of those designs were very what streetwear looks like in the past fucking 20 years, and your whole style was before. Like, it's crazy. All that shit's back now. All that style is back now. It's fucking crazy, man. Like. You bring the graffiti hip hop and everything into the hardcore, and even like your dance styles was on some other shit, some spiritual shit. Like, yeah, you've been yourself through all this shit, which I really respect the most. Is that you even with like the 3 dreads, just all that, everything about your style and everything. No, I'm serious. You don't and you never give a fuck.
Sneak diss. Go ahead.
No, motherfuckers. This is all love, man. You learn to take compliments. So yeah, I mean, all this shit, you stayed yourself through all this. You never tried to fit in the hardcore, to fit in with the Orange 9, and what you're doing now, you just did your shit. And if people liked it, they liked it. And I think that's really cool, and that says a lot about you as like a real artist, and not trying to conform to the mainstream, and not trying to get in that in somebody else's lane. I think that represents who you are a lot. And I think that's an awesome characteristic of who you are. That's what I want to say.
Yeah, much love. That's a very high compliment, Toby. Thank you.
No, I mean it, man. I really fucking mean it, and no sneak dissing. I love you. So yeah, we covered a lot, man. That's a 2-hour talk with my man Chaka Malik right now. We covered a lot of shit.
Holy shit!
I'm looking at shit. We'll probably do a part 2 because I usually do part 2s because people hit me up and say, "What about this? What about that?"
Yeah.
But I like to have just flow. I have my notes in front of me. I like to have it flow more of a combo. Now, like my next question, I hate that shit. So that's why.
Oh fuck!
I think this is why people are connecting to this podcast, because it's just conversations and they kind of go in different directions. And so, yeah, man, I appreciate your time. I'm glad we finally got on the phone to talk. I've known you for fucking almost 30 years, probably since 88, 89, and.
I appreciate you, bro.
I'm glad we're all still connected, and all of us still connected doing shit. You know what I mean? Being creative and living our lives to the best we can. You know, that's all we can do. So, I appreciate you, Chaka Malik, and on Instagram, you're Ghost Decibels, correct?
Yes, at Ghost_Decibels on Instagram.
Yep.
And you too, Tobe. I mean, I appreciate how you continue to amplify the positivity.
Thank you, man.
It's a great role model for the youth, and it's great that you're keeping that piece of the culture in punk alive. So I appreciate that.
Thank you, man. That means a lot to me. I appreciate it. And I love you, and I'll speak to you soon in real life off the phone. And In a couple of days we'll catch up. Maybe I'll call you tomorrow, but I know it's almost getting late. What time you go to bed, man? Oh, you stay up late night, right?
Nice. One love, Toby. Yeah, let's talk soon, bro.
All right, man. Thank you, Chaka, so much.
You got it. Peace.
Peace. Hey guys, thanks for listening. Please rate, review, subscribe. If you haven't subscribed yet to this podcast, please do that. And whatever platform you are listening to this on, I'm glad you found me. You can rate me and review me on there also. So thank you guys sincerely for the support. I cannot wait for you guys to hear the next one.